Hello everyone, welcome to Doodle and Chill.
I live for this. Though I walk through the valley of the shadow of finale, I will never feel no fear. First the reaper gotta catch me. I don't care who got the next crown. I'm the true and living right now. Thought you lived to see my last breath? Go ahead and put your best down. Run with the wolves and we unify. Hungry enough to eat you alive. We never breaking formation. I live and die for this crew of mine. Been to the bottom, dehumanized. Found my divinity through the fire. Pushed through it all and I stood tall. That's cause a legend can never die. I'm unstoppable. Yeah. Here I come. I'm unstoppable. Yes. When it's done, I'll be the one. I'm unstoppable. Yes. Here I come. Here I come. I'm unstoppable. I'm unstoppable. I'm unstoppable. I'm here to stay for the long run. You'll fade away before I'm done. Like it or not, I'm at your door. Open the gate cause here I come. You undefeated with no scars. You must have came here to earn some. Before me you never knew no loss. I'm happy to give you your first one. I came to go for the gusto. You in the trench with a cutthroat. Bring me your best, I'ma crush those. Ballin' like I took a blood oath. Feed off the pressure that's in the air. And smell a bit thicker than gun smoke. I persevere when the end is near. Watch as my destiny unfolds. I'm unstoppable. Yeah. Here I come. I'm unstoppable. Yes. When it's done, I'll be the one. I'm unstoppable. Yes.
Hello everyone, welcome to Doodle and Chill, and it's the return. I haven't been streaming for like 3 months. I've been sick. I'm back. And sorry about the little delay here. I had to reinstall and update OBS. Start by going, hello, Edwin. How's it going, buddy? Oh yeah, I'm gonna start streaming again every week, at least once or twice. Thank you, buddy. Oh, now I'm trying to decide what I'm gonna be doodling today. But let's just start by saying to everybody that the reason why I stopped streaming for so long, it's in November I started having some blood pressure issue. Then after that, in December, I got hit with COVID, which was pretty bad. Oh, yeah, I'm back. Quit smoking, so that's a cool thing. And I've been working on my book. You know what? That's some sketch card for that. Maybe I will. Hold on. Bloodborne. Boom. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, so let's start by this. All right, I had to reinstall because everything. It's been like 3 months, and I had to re-update everything. So hopefully everything's working fine. Hope everybody can hear me properly. Okay, OBS is working. My camera's not on. Boom. Then you see me in a little corner right here. You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna go pull up some Bloodborne. Elma chat. What's up? What's up, Michael? Thank you. What? Yeah, I had to reset everything up. So this is also something I'm working on for Luwani and Rose daddy issues. That's another little thing. And here what's we're going to be doing today. So let me go get my little trusty H pencil. You know what? Let's do this. So Bloodborne is like, okay. What am I going to do? What am I going to do? What am I going to do? I hope everybody's doing well today. And hopefully nobody of you is gonna get that new COVID there, because it's a bitch. Me and Dave got it, my bro, and we were sick like bad for 2 weeks. It's like really sick for 2 weeks, two weeks remission, and starting feeling better a bit after. So okay, what am I gonna do here? Born's a big brute, likes to kick ass, big muscle guy. Thank you. I'm happy to be back. Like, I've been wanting to start streaming again for a while, but when you feel like crap, you feel like crap. I still kept going working. By the way, a little update on Tales from the Netverse 2. I finished the colors of Planet 69. Right now, I just need to go over everything to finalize the colors. Because, when you're trying to sprint through like 30-something pages, you're just trying to get a flow for it and finish, done, finish, done, finish, done. Then after that, I'm going to go over everything. Right? So just finalize, doing final touch-up. Then after that is going over the entire book. I might be adding maybe a few pages here and there, just story-wise. Here, what's up, Brian? Brian's just going to go over the dialogues for the last 2 stories soon. Oh yeah, progress is doing pretty good. I'm looking to have everything done by April and going to print around end of April, March. Yeah, March or April. I'm very sorry about the delay, but things happen, and I had to replace the Scotsman for the colors. He had some family things, and by the way, Brian, if you want to join in, you know where the link is. It's either on Discord or on our Inkslayer DM group. Beacon should be here soon. He had a little supper for his with his dad, and maybe Scotsman will be joining us tonight too. Right now, he's having supper. So, okay. Big Brute likes to fight. Okay, you know what? Page 1, 2, page. Let's get this done. So, soon people will see the most gorgeous interior back cover. Yep. But it's also going to be in the reprint of Tales from the Netverse Blood Brothers 1. I'm going to be putting back on the Inkslayer web store soon, because I told you it's going to be everywhere now. It's going to be following that Elrica story. So let's go see that campaign. I'm going to go find Edwin's Twitter. Because I know the guy. Let's do this. Fund my comics. No, there's 2 days left. Go join in. It's the Ashcan. And there's a sweet little print that people are getting. If they're jumping in right now. So go check it out. I think the artist on that one was DOODLE. Yes. And if I'm not mistaken, he's not the one that's going to be the final artist on the book. Am I right? If I'm not mistaken, don't correct me if I'm wrong, Edwin. Okay, so what am I going to do? He fights vampires. Okay. Trying to just get some inspiration, because I've done two, 3 drawings of that character, so I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do. Oh, I think I know. Okay, I think I know what I'm going to do. Let's do this. Boom. And I'll go back to the chat, make sure that I don't miss anybody. Second chance, yep. L. Edwin, great to see you, man. So let's do this. I think I had an idea what I want to do, so. I'm gonna try and keep talking a little bit because I have a tendency of just zoning out and starting to draw. Yeah, I just didn't want to. I knew it was gonna. I thought it was gonna be Joe Ball. I just didn't want to say it without confirmation. Joe Ball is doing the art. Yeah. Just in case I wasn't sure if he was doing the whole book or. Ooh, what's up? Beacon is in the house. What's up,
Dude, give me a second. I just realized my sound is on my TV. There we go. That's better.
Welcome to the stream, buddy.
Yo.
Dude, it happened like last time. I come to stream. My OPS don't want to work. I had to update everything, reinstall that stuff, and like, wow. But I persevered.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I haven't streamed in so long. It's time for me to get back in it.
Yeah.
Told everybody how got sick, so that's why I wasn't streaming for a while. Got sick real bad.
Yeah. Well, I guess since we're streaming, I could probably show this off.
Oh, hold on.
Yeah, the got the actually I'll move the camera up. Of course, my guy is walking right in front of the camera.
Look like a kaiju.
Yeah. Da-da-dun. Come on. There we go. There. Now I can move it.
I mean, yesterday I watched the Godzilla -1. Dude, that looks good. So hold on.
Yeah. So the test printing.
Go ahead. I was gonna ask you if you can make yourself bigger, but
Okay. Sure. Yeah. If my cat would get out of the way of the mouse.
because I'm kind of curious. I want to see how that came out inside too.
It came out mostly all right. So this is a proof of concept of books to come out of Inkslayer Entertainment, the Inkslayer Entertainment website. Though their pricing for print on demand is not good for a 32-page comic. But
so far we would have to sell it for like $13, I think.
Yeah, 13, 15.
The 15 was because we forgot that there was the shipping thing.
Yeah,
The fact that they charge more for shipping than our app, than our freaking website Shopify thing. So we have to fix that.
Yeah, but as far as the printing quality, it's really good. The colors came out exactly as they look on screen.
Good.
Yeah, so it is definitely high quality. The page feels pretty high quality. It's definitely the same quality you get from an Indiegogo or something like that. But it's print on demand, so I'm not comfortable charging $15 for a 32-page comic. So
I don't know. People are charging $25 for 48-page.
Well, yeah, but that's like for a crowdfunder. so you get you get bonus items with with it. So, but yeah, I found Kablam. I've got comics that were sent from or where people went through Kablam. I'm pretty happy with the quality of those. So I'm going through them. I can charge $5 and still be making a profit. So yeah,
really?
once I I mean, I imagine I'd still be making a profit because everyone else on the website charges $5 for their books. So unless they've all decided to take a hit on their books, they got to be making some money off it. So yeah, I'll be selling it on Kablam's Indie Planet website when I finally get approved on that, which apparently there's a bit of a backlog, so I'm gonna probably ask sometime soon about that, how long the backlog is, and to give me an idea of how soon I can start selling them. But yeah. So the book's almost ready, just waiting on Kablam. What you drawing?
Bloodborne.
Okay, cool.
Mister said that he has 2 days left. I did some sketch cards.
Yeah.
I need to send him there as well, but I'm gonna do a little quick sketch of his character.
Nice. Well, on top of having issue 3 ready to go, I've about 4 pages of inks done on issue 4. So that's moving along nicely.
Sweet.
So hoping to have 2 more issues out this year. You get to finally see Hiko as an adult.
So how many issues are you planning having this year?
I'm planning to do issue 4 and 5 at least by the end of the year. That's as far as I've planned. So,
are you going to be starting coloring some of those pages for the Dwarf Fast stories?
Yep, gonna start with that. Yeah.
Yogar still.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's coming. I just got to find out from Kablam when that's gonna be. Oh hey.
What's up, Brian?
Ink Slayers in the motherfucking house, bitches. What's up, fellas?
How you doing, buddy?
All right, man. Happy to have a chance to hop in, not only to say hi to both of you fellas, but it also gives me another excuse to avoid writing, which I've been basically doing all day. I'm just like, oh shit, I gotta sit down. I'm like, oh shit, Sim's on. Okay, all right.
It's the other way around. When I stream, it's like I have to not work. So I'm like, I should be working on something else.
Oh, I'm trying to get to that place. I don't know. Work's just been real slow for me lately.
But I have to admit, though, I didn't miss doing some fan art.
Yeah,
and, I still hold the record.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man, did you do a piece for that, for the Spawn thing?
Nope.
Over.
Nope.
Oh, okay. How about you, Michael?
Oh, no, I didn't do a piece for the Spawn thing. I didn't even realize that was going on.
Me, I knew it was going on, but the thing is, my way of seeing it is I'm here doing my own books. I'm not trying to impress Don McFarlane and get a job from him right now.
Yeah.
Well,
I wouldn't mind working for him, but the thing, you get my drift. Like he has
sure.
He has Brett Booth, he has all those guys, and then you have a whole bunch of people that I've seen going there that were talking shit about Don McFarlane, but they're trying to do a cover for him. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah, for me, it was like, obviously I'm not an artist, so I don't have a dog in this fight. But the way I saw it was, I told like Preston and Matt, I think both did pieces. I'm just like, you got to do something, right? Because it's not about impressing him. It's just about getting your stuff out in front of other people. Mm-hmm. And if you look at that thread, there's like some really, really cool shit. Like it really is actually well worth checking out. And the piece that Matt did was awesome. Like he did like Spawn without the mask, right? So it's like Al Simmons all burnt up, and he's fighting the Violator, right? As he's like mid-transformation from like the clown into the Violator. Like he's not waiting for him to complete the transformation. He's like, fuck that, I'm gonna get him right now. And so he's like chopping him up with a chainsaw and shooting him with a minigun at the same time. Because of course, Matt's all about excess. But some pretty cool stuff, man. I was kind of sleeping on that whole thread, and then like he was showing me all the cool stuff. So, it gives chance. Like I said, it gives a lot of people a chance to get their art seen by people that might otherwise not be aware of them. So that's always a cool thing. That was a cute kitty you had there, Michael.
Oh yeah, he doesn't want me to draw right now.
Yeah.
I just got back from seeing family, and he doesn't want me to do anything but petting him.
Aw, yeah, he's like me. No, me.
Yeah, it's like you've been away for a whole 2 hours.
Oh, he's a mush, isn't he?
Oh, he's great.
Aw, yeah, I've got this place finally starting to settle in, and
nice.
It's like I'm starting to come back to myself. It's like in kind of like a deep depression for months, but I'm coming out of it, feeling more like myself, ready to get back into it, and that's why the writing's going real slow. But got some area rugs and shit. All I need is a couch and a proper desk, and I'm good. But check out what I got. right behind me. If I can get a good view of it.
Nice.
Yeah, the original painting.
It's the original canvas.
Awesome.
Yeah, I mean, I don't, Preston sent that to me, and I'm like, I don't know if I can accept it because I know how proud he is of that thing. So I'm like the attitude I'm taking is it's hanging out with me. It's staying with me right now. But if he ever wants it back, it will go back to him without complaint. Oh man. So yeah, the thing I'm trying to work on right now is the Puritanian. That's the thing that I'm doing with Matt. And
Okay.
I'm like a big Solomon Kane stan. Like he is my favorite character in any genre, right? For me, it's kind of like Solomon Kane, Captain Kronos, Vampire Hunter, Zorro. Sometimes Zorro will bump up to like the second spot, but always in the top is Solomon Kane. And so I think you and I were also talking about that. It's like, oh, we could we can't do Solomon Kane, but we can do the Puritan.
Yep.
And then I was like, some weird thing about Solomon Kane is he's one of those rare characters where it seems like nobody can get him right except the original author. Do you know what I'm talking about? Howard the Duck is one of those characters. Nobody could write that character properly and get him right except for Steve Gerber. Meanwhile, it's like anybody, I'm not saying anybody, but like virtually anybody can write Conan, right? You've got so many different writers writing that character and they can get him spot on. Something about Solomon Kane, not so much.
I don't know, I'm seeing a whole bunch of them right now. Like a whole bunch of people want to do Solomon Kane.
Yeah, no, hey, look, I welcome it. I welcome it, but I ain't doing it. And so we decided we're going to do like an inversion of Solomon Kane because Matt came up with this design for a character called the Puritanian. He's dressed all in white and everything. And I'm thinking like, oh, all right, well, if I'm going to do something that's like Solomon Kane thing, I want to do it like inverted, not like to subvert it, right? But to be kind of like, Solomon Kane's like the right hand of God, the wrath of God. He's somebody that's religious in a really dark way. And so I figured, well, I should make this character like really happy.
Yeah, I always thought that, Van Helsing,
Yeah.
the movie Van Helsing with Hugh Jackman,
Yeah.
that was Solomon Kane more than anything else.
Yeah, it was.
It was not Van Helsing. That was Solomon Kane.
Mm-hmm. Very much so. Very much so.
It's like that's what they wanted to do, but they go, we can't get the right, but we can do Van Helsing. Just slash the title on it.
Yeah. Pretty much. And I remember too when that came out, I was kind of mad because that was like during that period where it was all action horror. And I'm okay with action horror. It's just that's all they were making at that point. Which is to say, if you're going to do action horror, you have to have the horror element a little bit stronger for me.
Yeah,
right?
but you know how they think right now. It's like the same thing they said, like, this is 50%. If we just try to get the other 50%, we're going to get 100%. It never fucking works.
I know.
They're going to go, we're going to go horror, but it's only like 40% of the people that like horror. So if we make it more action, we're going to get the horror people and the action people. And that doesn't work.
That's how I felt about Underworld. That's how I felt about The Mummy.
Don't get me wrong. I like Underworld, especially the first two ones.
I like
the other ones.
I like the third one. The third one
was okay. Yeah.
That's the only one that I like. It does a good job of just, this dark fantasy medieval world, and it's just like, the humans are like so far out on the fringes. It's just like this world full of monsters, and the werewolves looked cooler, and just everything I thought was. I think that's the best made of the bunch too. And you got Bill Nighy coming back, and he was like the best thing about the first one, I think. So That
I always, I never really got into the underworld movies, but I think the main thing, like, I never really paid attention to the story or anything, but like, I think I might be affected by color, which makes sense. I'm a colorist, but it's
Right.
like everything was so blue in that movie that I just couldn't pay attention to it.
But that was the purpose of it, is that it's cool.
Yeah.
That's what they do with dystopian.
That's
but I just like it's just so blue.
yeah. It's something. Hey, what up?
Blue.
Yep.
Good to see you, brother.
Toy.
Yeah, we were just talking about the Underworld movies, and that was shot like through like the first one certainly. I think all of them pretty much shot through like a blue filter. It's what I call black and white in color. First two Crow movies, right? The first one, that's black and white in color, and then the second one, that's black and white. That's actually more like a silent movie, really. The whole thing looks like a silent movie, and it's in sepia, right? Which was the closest they could get to like color back in the olden days. Of course, there were those scenes, like there's that scene in the Phantom of the Opera that's in color, right? Where Phantom appears as the Red Death on the staircase. Do you realize they had to go in and they had to color that like frame by frame?
Hand painted, yeah.
Yeah. And
that's how they used to have to do special effects before too.
like little scratches in the emulsion that would be like a laser blast or something.
Yeah. But all those touch-ups used to be done frame by frame before.
Amazing. Can you imagine how painstaking that shit must have been?
Oh, I know.
Yeah, colorizing old film is that's a labor of love. That's not something you do fast.
They made us do that in university when we were studying special effects and stuff like that, because they like, you need to learn the basic of how it used to be a pain in the ass to appreciate what you are doing right now.
That makes total sense.
The fact that you had to export every frame by frame, the same thing. Like we were like in 3D animation, so we had to study 2D animation. So it's the same thing they apply when we went to like at first it was After Effects, and then we use what's the other one? Oh man, I just forgot it. I have Fusion, but that's not it. It's something else.
Like a Dissolve or like a
No, it's another one they used to use. Hold on, let me go check.
If you look at the special effects, the visual effects in a lot of those old footage, I know mainly his name, George Méliès, right? The French director. That did those very famous, the moon that gets a big bullet in its face, right? It's
yeah.
Everybody knows that image, but that guy did so much, real cool special effects that he just did all himself by hand. There were some people in the Italian.
It was called Nuke. There you go.
Nuke.
The other program that I was learning was Nuke.
Oh,
it's a video composition program. So that's what you use to actually do the movie effects. After Effects is the basic. Nuke was the high end of it. And it was the one that they came in with nods. And that's what I'm telling you. They made us show how we used to do matte painting in the days, on glass, and how they had to sometimes go on every freaking frame to go tweak those things. So just so that when we went into it, we would appreciate it and understand the basic, because it's like saying, learn the basics so you can forget it and appreciate what came before to get to where you are now. That's brilliant.
I love that. I mean, you must have resented the fuck out of it when you're there doing coloring in little frames.
No, I did not. I technically had the thrill of it. Because, dude,
really?
I'm the kid that grew up watching all those type of movies and watching those how to make the movies.
Yeah,
like all those too. Fucking after the movie, like watching all those behind the scene and shit like that, and seeing Cameron doing all those little painting on glass and shit. The Star Wars fucking thing drove me insane. I had the box set and how they made it. She was fascinating. I love doing stop motion. We did stop motion too. That was one of the things that we did was stop motion. I made that big trend. Sentinel that I have that's fully articulated. I used to make him do the robot thing. did the moonwalk. You know, I had fun.
Yeah.
I actually had fun with it. Like, it was some of the best.
Good. That's awesome.
It's when you get to the applied version.
Yeah.
That took the entire fun away from me. Like, to me, seriously, like the entire aspect of doing it versus being part of the assembly line.
Right.
Which was very. I like to be more hands down into it, you know.
Right, because the term you use there, assembly line, right? I remember reading an interview with Tim Burton. You know, he was on the assembly line, the animation assembly line at Disney. And Brian, Dillard's reaching out and fucking with me. Brian, think carefully. Oh, I'm sorry. I got to do this in his Dillard's sexy radio voice. Brian, think carefully. Really think about it. I have a question, and it is this. Who is the main character of The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly? And why? See, the last time he asked me this on a stream, I assumed that he meant, like, who's the name, right? And I told him he is given a name in the second movie, and for a few dollars more, he's called Manco. And there's the old man in the first movie calls him Joe. So but then again, I always assumed he didn't know this guy from Adam, so he just called him Joe as, like, you know, like a John Doe kind of thing. But some people say then, you know, say that means his name is Joe Manco. But
it's the same thing with Frankenstein. But the monster in Frankenstein. In Frankenstein, he alludes to him being, you know, Adam. But it's not his name.
But he doesn't have a name.
But most people
refer to as Frankenstein's monster.
Yeah, but most people would, if you would ask, most people would answer, it's Adam.
Yeah, which is fucked up and wrong. And any movie, see, I knew that I, Frankenstein, was going to be a piece of shit. Not only because it was made by the people that made the
because they named him Adam,
but because they named him Adam. I'm just like, no, I'm not going to see this. That's going to be like a fucking rental or something. I'm going to wait till that comes
said
up.
He is my Adam.
Yeah, his Adam.
As in the first man.
Which isn't naming him. It's just like, I'm basically God and he's my Adam. He's my first man, right? Of like a new race. And then, of course, when the monster asks him to create a mate for him, he, you know, backs out of the deal, because then he's thinking like, oh shit, then I'll have created a race of monsters, right? They might reproduce, and, you know, then they'll be like Frankenstein monsters all over the world, which would make a great Elseworlds kind of story, actually, now that I think of it.
Yeah, I'm a huge fan of that story, and I even wrote something that was the sequel to the actual book. And that's what I thought was funny, that, you know, somebody, I don't know who it is, but there's a movie about it where they say that he found a way to survive or something like that later, and that was the premise of my thing, is Frankenstein is still there.
Of course, yeah. No, I mean, I never did.
Not Frankenstein, the monster is still around.
Yeah. Dean Koontz did a series of books.
Yeah, I have it. I have the first two trades. Yeah.
And I was pissed off when I read the first one, because I was just like, I had the same idea, which is, you know, where would he end up? I was thinking, oh, what if he ended up in Tibet? What if he ended up like running into a bunch of Buddhists? Because that's what he needs, right? He needs that's exactly what he needs. He needs like an education in Zen Buddhism, and that's going to save him, right? And then D. Koontz did the same thing. I was like, fuck. But that's because it's an obvious idea, I guess. So, which means that, you know, I wasn't bitter about that.
I remember one of the things I did was the fact that you know, after he killed everybody in a way, right?
Yeah.
And he tried to kill himself in the water by throwing himself over the boat.
No, that's not what he does. He jumps over the side of the boat onto a ice floe, on a piece of ice, and the very last sight of him is him on the ship captain. Last he sees of the monster is him on that piece of ice floating off into the darkness. He says that he's going to burn himself.
Yep.
But where's he going to get the fucking wood? He's in the fucking.
But he says he's going to kill himself. So the thing happened is that he fell into water. Was the fact that the ice didn't last, so he fell under the water, didn't die, So ended up waiting there to die. Didn't die. So he ends up walking at the bottom of the ocean until he gets back on land. And he goes back to where he was, and he makes himself. Technically, he goes and locks himself in a cavern underneath the castle with all the books and stuff like that. And he spends years and years and years, hundreds of years, just reading books, learning, and then eventually just falls into hibernation. Because he found inner peace, and then somebody finds him.
Oh, and wakes him out of that peace.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's not dead. He's just at peace. You know what I mean?
Right. It's like Anne Rice's vampires will do that every now and then. They'll hibernate, but basically, after they've been around for like 100, 200 years, they'll like burrow into the ground and then just kind of dry up and just kind of stay there for a while. And I just thought that that's an interesting idea, right? Or the mummy, who's immortal, but then when you put him in total darkness, he goes into that slumber,
like a stasis of some sort.
Yep. The thing that I did when I was doing the Frankenstein thing is I had something similar. Remember when you see the one in Van Helsing? He has a type of big energy thing there that contains technically the lightning.
Yes.
That's what I had when I wrote that thing. Technically, he had a type. It looked like a furnace, like an old wood or coal furnace.
Yes.
The big fucking thick like metal with the 3 slants in it, right?
Yeah.
But within it, that's where the type of gyroscope or something with that could had the power of the lightning in there. Technically, yes, heart. So technically, I kind of put him on sleep mode, like a computer. He would go into sleep mode because he kind of find peace with his mind and understand what happened. Yeah, so he shuts himself down. Yeah.
Right, but then when he comes back, he's still in the same fucked up place because he hasn't confronted his trauma. Exactly,
and he still feels that he doesn't fit in. He's just a monster, and he should never come out. And the idea is that it was a monster hunter that finds him.
One of the things I was going to do at one point that I tinkered around with a little bit. This was like after working in for the mental health industry, which was like hugely healing for me. Right, just a fucking amazing experience. I was working on the actually more of a stage play where you'd have like the Frankenstein monster in a home for like schizophrenics, because they think that he's just like an Iraq war vet that had like a roadside bomb like blow up in his face, and that's why he looks the way that he looks.
Yeah, but that's the thing that I always hated about anything they made after fucking Frankenstein. Yeah. They always make him look pretty.
You're talking about yes.
They try to take away the monsterish part of him. Like if you look like the Robert De Niro, I think.
Yes.
That was one of the closest one to being a monster that we had.
Yeah, it was
the one in Van Helsing. That's what he should look. He look like when you look at him, it's obvious that all the parts of him are from different bodies. That's why when I designed mine, he had one small arm, like regular arm on one side, and a bodybuilder arm on the other side, type of thing.
Right.
Get it?
Well,
I really went the whole, even the jaw thing. Anyways, go ahead.
Well, you're talking about like the sexy Frankenstein. Vincent Perez was the sexy Frankenstein that was in the TV movie adaptation of the Dean Koontz novels. Right? It was supposed to be a series, but all they got was just a pilot, right? I actually would have liked to have seen it be a series. Martin Scorsese was involved and just kind of bailed at the last minute, I guess, because he didn't like where it was going. But the Vincent Perez, first of all, Vincent Perez is an awesome actor. Second, he looked like a guy who had been really good looking, but had like a grenade go off in his face. Do you know what I'm saying? So he was all scarred and fucked up, and his performance was on point. There's a moment in that's spellbinding, right? If you're a horror movie fan, you look for those moments. Like even a shitty movie can have them. And the scene where the monster comes to life, he just like comes up and he just starts bawling. He just starts fucking crying and buries his face in his hands. It's like he was in heaven and now he's like been plucked out of it.
And he starts saying, "Put it on the Ritz."
No. I was talking today about with my friend Chris about how well made Young Frankenstein is, because it's fucking funny to people that don't get any of the jokes. Mm-hmm. That is to say, they've never seen Son of Frankenstein, which is what that movie's a direct satire of.
Yep.
They've never seen Bride of Frankenstein. They've never seen even like the original James Whale Frankenstein, and yet they still find it hilarious. And so then if you're like a Frankenstein freak like us, you watch it and it has that added layer. But you don't need to know it in order to get the jokes. Scott's, that's looking. What are you doing?
It's done.
Whose work is that?
Dan Fraga put out some pencils for Black Flag, a sample page, like a bunch of sample pages.
Yeah, I was thinking that
like 2 years ago.
Yeah, and so I got them off Twitter and I inked them in Procreate. Well, this double page spread, and just it's just like I consider it kind of like a inker's jungle gym.
Oh, interesting. Yeah. As like an exercise.
Yeah, just like noodling around with it in coffee breaks and at work, and when I'm sitting there laying in bed trying to fall asleep, my brain's still running. I'd pick this up and noodle around with it, and finally finished it, and it's
badass, dude.
Cool.
No, it is. It really is. No, excellent work, sir. It's just I look at that level of detail, and I'm thinking, like, because I love Dan, right? Dan's a really cool guy. But it's like, dude, really? Like 3 years? It just finished the damn thing. You don't have to have that level of detail if people have been waiting for 3 years. Or am I stupid for thinking that? Mm-hmm. See, he can draw the shit out of a gorilla.
Yeah, he's cool. Cool character.
Oh man, very cool. Oh, did you guys see that fucking Chuck Dixon?
What's up, Hex?
What up, Hex?
Yeah, like I told everybody when I started, I got really freaking sick on November and got hit with COVID in December, so that's why I was really not there for like solid 2 to 3 months.
I know. We missed you, dude. We missed you.
But I'm feeling better. I sound better, and I don't smoke anymore.
Yeah.
Quit smoking cigarettes. Cold turkey. Fuck off.
Fuck yeah. Hey man, I'm still fucking using one of these, but it's like zero nicotine, which is kind of stupid that I still fucking do this, but yeah, I find it helps me.
I thought that was your weed thing.
Oh no, it is that too. I just have to change the cartridges.
Okay.
I just swap that out, screw this in, and it's 420 time. Oh man. Fuck. Oh, that's right. That's what I wanted to share. Let me share my screen here. You guys know who Mike Plug is, right?
Yep. I have his. I have one of his. What's this? Oh, I forgot the name.
A hardcover?
Yeah, no. It's a mini series. I have the books. It has a werewolf on it. I just can't forget. I forget the title. Blood something. Yeah. No.
Oh no! I know the one you're talking about.
Something Blood Cat Show. Something.
I've never been able to find a copy of that.
I have them.
Oh, fuck you.
It's by him and Bisley. Yeah.
That's right. God damn. Gee, why would that be hard to find?
Because they almost didn't print any. Like, dude, the other day I Phil says he's the biggest Biz fan. Fuck him. I am. You can try and claim that as much as you want. You can suck my nuts. Okay?
Nobody beats the Biz, man. Nobody beats the Biz.
But the thing is, the other day I showed him that there's an entire series that he did with a guy called Simon, another Simon, right?
Yeah.
And nobody knows about it. It's called Circle.
Really?
There's 2 series of it. I have them.
No shit.
There's a whole bunch that Bisley, Plug, all those big guys that we love so much that we don't see in the mainstream anymore.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Dude, they're doing indie comics. The only thing is you're not finding out about them.
Mm-hmm. They're under the radar.
And I found most of them on eBay.
Now,
and they're not that expensive. It's just freaking awesome, dude.
Do you think that they're doing that like for the French market? Like, because they're obviously not doing it for the American market because there is none.
Oh, did he get?
Bye, Sim.
Sim got gangs. Bye, Sim. Yeah, is he going to be able to get back in, or we could just talk shit?
Yeah, he can come back in. He can come back in.
I just got booted out by StreamYard.
But yeah, Mike Plug posted this.
Oh, dude, you know me.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
You know me. People can say all the shit they want. I call them out on it.
Yeah, man. Nothing wrong with that. We all need to be called out on our bullshit.
Of course.
That's what true friends do. They call you out on your bullshit.
Yep.
If you want to share my screen real quick, this is like the Mike Plug posted this these pencils that he did, concept sketches.
Dude, that's pretty cool. Yeah, I like it.
Right? But this is the thing that fucked me up. What fucked me up? What made me cry like, well, not like a schoolgirl, but kind of like a bitch. I'm not gonna lie. Let me see. Let me find that. Oh, god damn it! Fucking Windows.
Oh, dude, they just say like COVID was one of the worst thing that happened, but for somebody like me,
I know,
that been hunting a whole bunch of shit for a long time, eBay was a gold mine during COVID. There's a whole bunch of shit that you could not find. It was so fucking expensive.
Like time to move on that shit.
But there was a part that time, like I think it was 2021 or something like that, like during COVID. Dude, everything went on freaking sale. Like everybody was getting rid of a whole bunch of shit.
I know, and I was broke at the time, so it was killing me. That's when I was taking care of my mom when she was sick. So I had no fucking money. Like I was lucky, I was lucky to have food in the refrigerator, and and seeing like everything going super cheap and not having the fucking money to even fucking buy that shit. So some motherfuckers cleaned up, yo.
Oh, dude, it's like I found the trade paperback of the Fantastic Four by Art Adams. Fantastic Four. And the trade is worth more than the actual floppies.
Isn't that wild?
Yeah, because it's rarer. Dude, that's the thing people forget. It's not the first one that came out. It's the rarer fucking
scarcity. Yeah, it's a scarcity. Yeah. If you show share my screen now. This is what I wrote underneath, and Plug responded. Because I said, I can't imagine my childhood without your comics. He wrote back, this means so much to me. That made me fucking squirt you. That made me, cry like a bitch a little bit. Like a schoolgirl. Yeah. No, I mean, because he's one of those guys that never does conventions. I'm just like, dude, you got to understand. One of the reasons, I guess maybe because they see people as like wanting shit for them and they want books signed and they want to sell that shit on eBay. They don't realize that it's like, some of us want you to come out to the convention so we can thank you and like love on you a little bit, and just give our thanks.
Gay.
Yup, absolutely, man.
No, my Plug is a solid one. I really like this stuff.
Oh Jesus, man! If I could get anybody, oh God, if I could get him to do a cover, if I could get him to do a 6-gun cover, that would be a childhood dream.
I'm pretty sure you could.
Oh God, I gotta ask him. Because now he didn't used to respond directly. You had a feeling somebody else was in charge of his Facebook account, but now he's responding directly. And first of all, it's just like, dude, I'm going to ask him, dude, do you have a PO box or something? Because I just, if I could just send you my comic, just knowing that you read my comic and maybe enjoyed it, because I know he loves gorillas, would be amazing.
Yeah, I remember a while back I was trying to get the Chuck Dixon to write a short story.
Yes.
And I never got an answer from the thing.
I do have his PO box information. If you want me to share it with you, and I don't think he would mind, because what would you do? You'd like send him free comics, right? Because I hit him up and was like, dude, free comics. I don't get any cooler than that. You don't say no to free comics, right? And no strings attached. I don't expect an endorsement or even a review. And he reviewed it on his last video, and he gave it the thumbs up. And yeah, no, I geeked out pretty fucking hard.
Because I'm one of those guys that I love his Punisher. I love the work he did at Marvel and DC. Like, don't get me wrong, but I don't give a fuck. My favorite is Alien Legions.
Of course.
Dude,
it's not even close.
No. Alien Legions is the shit. Like his Punisher Warzone was awesome. Don't get me wrong. Like that popsicle shot that was in the movie. Like, I remember reading it and I remember like giggling and just like, yo, dude, that's so fucking evil and cool. That would totally torture somebody like that. Like, remember that scene where he burns the steak and puts a popsicle in his back?
It feels cold.
While describing, at first you'll feel cold because the nerves are getting in shock, and then I'm like, when I remember seeing in the movie, dude, I was in theater going,
yeah.
I'm like, fucking.
It was mostly the Welcome Back, Frank by Garth Ennis. It was mostly like the Garth Ennis first story, but it had like little bits and pieces of Chuck's stuff. I think there was maybe a little bit of Mike's stuff in there. A lot of Mad Max. I think because I love that movie, but at the same time, I don't think a lot of people liked it because the approach was very 1970s. It's basically like a 1970s revenge movie.
Which one are you talking about? The one with Thomas Jane?
Yes.
The only reason why I didn't like from it, because I like the movie. But there's something that I really don't like about the movie is that they changed his origin. And the fact that they made it a hit on him. It takes away everything from what he was. It makes it a vengeance. It doesn't make it retribution. It doesn't make it punishment. It makes it, you kill my people willingly. The purpose and origin of Punisher, it was a fucking accident. There were collateral damage in between two gangs fighting.
Yes. It was the randomness of it.
It was the guy's this, and what gets him shot, almost killed, and his family killed, is the fact they were having a picnic.
Yes, and they stumbled across a mob hit. Right.
And that's the entire premise of Punisher that made it
execution. Yeah. Right. These mobsters are executing another gangster, and they just happen to walk into it. Well, wrong place, wrong time. Now, the interesting thing is that eventually, of course, and I think it was Garth Ennis did the story where he finds the guys that did it. With Batman, of course, it ended up being this guy. What was his name again?
Joe Chill.
Coffey?
Joe Chill.
I think it's Joe Chill.
Joe Chill. Right? And that's interesting to me because on the one hand, they should never find the people that actually did it, right? Because that would be another reason why they're always out there. And subconsciously, they're looking for the person that.
But that's the thing. That's the thing. In the Punisher case, I think that was the perfect moment to do it. They had to do it. Because the Punisher, the point is, when you go as hard as you do with Punisher, the fact that even after he gets the one responsible, it still doesn't stop.
Well, the way I look at it is that somebody's going to tell that story at some point, right? So might as well be somebody that knows what they're doing. Of course, now I think it was it Jason Aaron that completely, or was it Tom King that completely eviscerated the Frank Castle Punisher? where has his wife come back and tell him he's a piece of shit, and he just kind of like cut his balls off, basically.
I don't know who wrote it. I don't even want to remember it.
Tom King makes sense because he's ex-CIA. Ex-CIA, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Yeah. No such thing as ex-CIA.
I was just telling my brothers and sisters about that tonight, how they just completely destroyed him.
Yeah. That's something that Tom King would do. Jason Aaron also would maybe do it.
I think that's him. I don't think it's Tom King that fucked Punisher. I think it's Jason Aaron.
Yeah. Jason, man? That motherfucker, man. He did this series that was like before he started working for the majors, called Scalped, and it was a gangster drama. It was a crime comic, right? And a great one. And it was a crime comic that was set on a Native American reservation. And so it took place in this world that you had like never seen depicted before. And it was amazing. It was really, really great. And then he started doing stuff for Marvel and was doing that at the same time. And then he finished that, and then he went to work full-time at Marvel. And I guess that's when he like grew a vagina or something, and ended up like he was doing like the Conan comic, the new one, which was, I mean, what were they thinking? Marvel can't do a Conan comic during the Awakening. Talk about toxic masculinity, right? And he ended up having to like apologize for every issue. It was always something, and he would always fucking bend the knee like that.
And yes, it was Jason Aaron.
Fuck Jason Aaron. Fuck that guy. I don't know him personally. He's never wronged me personally, but fuck that guy. He is a cultural vandal.
They brought back the Punisher's wife just to fucking cock him.
Yeah, what my sister-in-law said about it was hilarious. She's like, it's like, aha, you take that, conservatives. We just completely destroyed our $1 million character.
Yes. Thank you.
To own you.
It's not about the money, though. That's the thing. It's not about the money. And they get compensated. They got the high ESG score. I'd be surprised if the fucking government is kicking them some ducats under the table. Like I said, Tom King, ex-CIA. You don't think? I mean, we know they've been all up in the news. We know they've been all up in the movie industry for decades now. They don't even hide it. And so you don't think that they're going to be all up in comic books once the Avengers movie came out?
Oh yeah.
Did you see what they did with the Punisher now, the new one?
Is this a blonde guy with like laser guns?
Blonde guy with blue eyes.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's their way of saying.
That comes from working from. He was working for S.H.I.E.L.D. until he got found that to be problematic.
I can't. Well, it's baffling. I mean, mind you, maybe I would understand the shit better if I'd been paying attention to Marvel in the last 10 years, which I haven't. I get the news secondhand from like the people that are still paying attention to that shit. You see the stories and everything, and websites like Bleeding Fool and shit will cover that shit. Oh, I'm also on Telegram now. Any you boys use Telegram?
What the hell's Telegram?
No.
I use telephone.
It's an IM. It's a D. I'm sorry. It's a DM. It's like a private. It's like it's
a messaging group.
Yeah. It's exactly. Yeah.
It's like WeChat, only just a different app.
Yeah,
pretty much. Yeah, I'm using that for the people that.
I don't even use the other ones you just mentioned.
Yeah, I mean, there's no reason to.
Yeah, you don't want to get thrown in a gulag. There's some be careful, like all the secret messaging apps you use.
I know, right? Oh, well, the thing is you need to get to the place where I'm at, where it's just like I know I'm fucked anyway, right? So, what have I got to lose? They're gonna be locking people up.
I don't know. You can say all you want. I'm in Canada, dude.
Yeah, you're not that safe. You're not that safe either, man. You're not that safe.
That's my point. I that's my point.
Yeah, even less. Yeah, actually, technically even less. Because at least, like here in America, we have the First Amendment. It doesn't mean
we have the mystique of the First Amendment.
yes, it doesn't mean shit, right?
It's words on a paper.
It's words on paper, but those
Yeah.
are words, right?
I asked the people from the January 6th how those.
Yeah.
And all those words serving you right now, there, Bucko.
Yeah, right.
Oh, you mean that FBI coordinated riot? I mean uprising.
Yeah.
And the fact that they all got their bank account frozen too.
Sickening. Yeah, well, I mean,
It's not just Canada.
The truckers in Canada.
Mm-hmm.
But then I think he had to walk that shit back really fast. Here they don't walk that shit back.
There was no walking back on it. Some of the guys have been in prison for 2 years.
Jesus.
They just got in court right now where the fucking federal court just said that it was illegal and that you should not have called the Emergency Act and stuff like that. And it's not over yet. And there's some people that are still stuck in prison.
That's fucked. Yeah, well, you know what they're doing?
January 6th was your truckers.
Yep. Yep. Yeah, I mean, they finally got the one guy that was the obvious Fed. This was the guy that was saying, "Everybody, we got to march. We're going to go into the Capitol." Like, and then they're like calling him a Fed right to his face. They started chanting, "Fed."
Yeah, Ray-Epps.
Fed, Ray-Epps, right? So everybody was like, well, why isn't this guy in prison? So they finally put him on trial, and they finally sentenced him to 1 year.
No, it was 6 months. It was 6 months.
Yeah. Well, first it was
probation.
6 months. And then, and then I heard it was a year. So I don't know whether, I don't know what came first.
Okay, you probably got a year, but he's only doing 6 months.
Probation.
Yeah, not imprisonment. Probation.
He's not going to do a single day behind bars.
And then his record will be expunged quietly, and no one will hear about it.
Yeah. You didn't see that. The fucking gaslighting, man, is just off the fucking chain. But this year's gonna be crazy, man. This year's gonna be real fucking crazy. They're gonna be shutting a lot of fucking shit down. Don't be surprised if our YouTube channels get ganked and all that.
Dude, there was a warning not too long ago. There was a whole bunch of rules and things that were going to change in February.
Yeah.
From Google, YouTube, and all those.
I mean, look, we've known it's been coming. I'm actually surprised it didn't come sooner. I'm actually surprised.
They tried, but they tried, but stuff got in their way.
Right.
Like truckers.
Right. Yeah, I mean, what they're doing is, and it pisses me off because all my shitlib friends. If you didn't know, there's like a liberal civil war. There's like the dirtbag left, which is people like me, Jimmy Dore, Russell Brand, and then there's the shitlibs. And the shitlibs are all about this because they're all about censorship and deplatforming and canceling and all that shit. And they're all for just being fucking
just
being
like
Joe Amendment rights.
Like Joe Rogan too.
Yeah, for sure. He would
probably
be
a liberal, but he's getting called a.
Yeah, he's a shitlib. No, not a shitlib, but he's like dirtbag left. I mean, of course they're coming for our shit. We've known that for a while. It's just the brazenness of it that starts to get a little fucking shocking. And all my shitlib friends, they're all for it, but what they don't realize is that one of these days that shit's going to be used against them.
Yeah.
The funny thing is about the shitlibs is they are so ignorant of history. They don't remember. They don't remember that all the liberals, the commies, shoot them in the head first.
Yes.
They get put on the wall first because they're no longer useful idiots.
Yes. Night of the Long Knives, dude. Night of the Long Knives. That was when the Yahtzees took out all of the goons that that would raid clubs and shit like that.
That's just bring up. You mean Stalin that killed more than fucking Hitler?
Oh, more than anybody, I think. Or would that be Mao?
No, it was
either
not.
Stalin or Mao. It's like I think it goes Stalin, Mao, Hitler, Pol Pot. I I don't know who would come. I don't know who would come after that in terms of like genocide.
Genghis Khan.
Oh, for sure. Oh, dude, he killed 1 out of 9 human beings on Earth
I know.
at that time.
80% of 80, no, a bit more than 80%. So I don't remember the exact number. It could probably even be 90% at this point, but I'm going to say 80 something percent of the populace
Yes,
is a descendant of Genghis Khan.
yes, that is true. Yes, he spread his seed.
So if you have Mongolian in your freaking DNA test, Genghis Khan.
Yep, that's totally true. That's totally true.
Asian, Genghis Khan.
Yeah. Well, it's just like, okay, well, you know, it means that, you know, you're not going to be stupid, but you may be a genocidal maniac. As if that shit was fucking genetic, which of course it's not. But everyone says, Jesus, Brian, bringing up Hitler on a drawstring. That's what I do. I make shit weird.
Yeah, we just got diverted into a different type of direction for a drawstring.
Oh, I know what I've been wanting to ask you, Sam.
What?
Have you seen the new Zorro series? Because I know you're like a Zorro stan too.
Mm-hmm. Nope. I don't. No.
It's good. It's good. It's on Amazon. It's on Amazon Prime, and like nobody knows it exists. I think because it's aimed at the Spanish-speaking audience. There's an English dub, but it is horrendous.
What I've heard about it, I've heard a bit about it. I haven't seen it. But I've read something about it not too long ago, saying that they made him into Bruce Wayne more than actual Zorro.
That's been my complaint. I think it's a valid interpretation of the character, but if you've read The Curse of Capistrano, which I know you have,
mm-hmm.
you know that half of the story is Diego de la Vega, Don Diego being a total fop, right? Where he's just like wimpy to like a comical degree.
Yep.
He doesn't like, it takes like a short horse ride, from one place to another, and he's complaining, he's like so beat. And he's just like, super coward, like, that beastly Zorro has been about.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So
that monster.
Yeah. Oh, right. And he's like a fop. And the whole idea is that who is Batman? The last guy you would ever expect. Who's Superman? The last person you would ever expect. Right? It's like, we found out who Superman is. Who is it? It's Clark Kent.
Superman is so crafty, though. He can hide amongst regular people with nothing more than a pair of glasses on.
No, it's not about him being crafty. It's just about how humans are stupid.
Yes. Although they actually explained how that works.
Because you know the old saying that's the premise, is that the premise behind that Superman hiding thing, it's where's the best place to hide something? In plain fucking sight.
It's funny. I remember reading something that apparently when Christopher Reeves was he took a little trip off set and he just put on glasses and no one recognized him. Like it apparently actually works.
Yes, absolutely. Or grow a beard or shave your beard.
Okay, Edwin, I have to give it to you that he did make one hell of a fucking good Zorro. Antonio Banderas, the first movie, but the ultimate Zorro is what's his name? Something Power.
How did you learn our language?
What's his first name?
Tyrone Power.
Tyrone Power. That was the original, the most badass there was.
Fantastic, really, really good.
Black and white.
I'm still an Elaine Delon man. Elaine Delon. I love that version of that.
Wasn't that the Disney one?
No, that's the Italian one. That's the spaghetti western one. And what's interesting is that
the Disney one, the TV series.
There are two. The new one, new meaning like it was like aired, I think, during like the 90s, was the guy who plays Dracula in the Monster Club. Not the Monster Club, the Monster Squad. Why am I blanking on his name?
Guy Williams.
Guy Williams was, he was the one in the 1950s.
57, yeah.
Yes, in the 1950s Disney series. And then it was, I can't remember his name right now. It'll come back to me. And, I thought that Banderas was really well cast. Of course, there he's not playing the Zorro, he's playing a Zorro.
He's playing the new Zorro because Sir Anthony Hopkins is the original.
Yes.
That's what I loved about that movie. The fact that,
Well, they turned it kind of into, they kind of combined Zorro
the Phantom.
and Count of Monte Cristo.
Or the Phantom.
Yes.
I did it with the Phantom.
Yep.
It passes some, but dude.
It's a mantle, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a mantle. It's not a person. And they kind of did that with the new Zorro series too. Where you see the current Zorro gets killed in the first episode, right? At the beginning of the first episode. So it's not like I'm dropping spoilers. And
fucking spoilers, bro.
And it's a Native American brother. And then Diego de la Vega comes into town because his father gets killed also at the very beginning of the very first episode. And he's, blonde-haired, blue-eyed aristocrat. And I keep waiting for him to kind of go into the performance of Don Diego. And gradually you realize oh shit, no, we're not going to get that guy. We're not going to get that character. We're going to get Bruce Wayne because, of course, and they do that a lot in the series too. It kind of screams at you sometimes, Zorro is the original Batman. It's yeah, we know, but now you're taking from the stuff that was added. You're taking from the character that's based on Zorro, not Zorro. And so, but ultimately, I really like it. I think it's not great, but it's good. And if you're a Zorro stan, definitely check it out. Give it a chance. That would be my analysis. I'm on episode 8, and I think there's 10 episodes. And the fight scenes are cool too.
You can say what you want, but Batman might be inspired by Zorro, but it's nothing like Zorro.
No, of course not.
So that people are trying.
The Shadow. It's Zorro, the Shadow, and Sherlock Holmes. The hybrid character, which is and of course endures because of its simplicity. Whereas, that's the other thing too. Batman you can set in the modern era. Zorro, Doc Savage, characters like that. Whenever I've seen people do modern versions of them, never works.
Nope.
They're very time specific, but not necessarily place specific. Like the spaghetti western one with Alain Delon. That's not set in old California. It's set in Latin America. But it totally works. There's never a point where you're just oh, this isn't hanging together. And Zorro is very much Zorro, and Don Diego de la Vega is very much Don Diego de la Vega. Oh, that beastly Zorro's been about.
No, dude. I remember I grew up watching the Disney stuff when I was a kid.
Me too.
In black and white.
Me
and
too.
Watching the original by Tyrone Power was a cementing one for me.
Yeah.
Then after that, I went and read I found the novel that it's not a novel, it's a
novella.
More like a novella.
It was a novella.
Oh, that's fucking good.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. It's so much. It's so much fun. It's so much fun. And such a what a fucking brilliant character. There's a reason why.
And people they're saying that but we can do whatever we want with Zorro because he's just Batman's just a copy of it, so we can take everything Batman did because Zorro's the original. The Count of Capistrano is the original, and then everybody was saying that it was a copy of Count of the other one. The one with the two brothers there. That one gets locked up. I'm missing it because I said Capistrano. No, there's another Count of Monte Cristo. Yeah. Back then, people were saying that it was just a ripoff of that piece, and I'm like, people would always do that. And if you're trying to use that to validate stealing from somebody, Fuck
And
you.
that's a totally different character.
Yeah, it is.
Edmond Dantes is
The only thing that's similar is because he got tortured. He got tortured by somebody he loved or something because of somebody he loved, and he comes back and hidden, and he's supposed to be rich, and it's the same thing as fucking Robin Hood.
Right. Yeah. So I mean, what I think very often when people are saying that these characters are ripoffs of other characters, it's
What's
like,
up,
no,
DJD?
they're inspirations. What up, DJD? Man, that reminds me, man. I could use. Was there a Vampire Hunter D anime that's supposed to be coming out?
I don't know if it's coming out, but I might be watching it tonight.
What? Oh, the original or
But there's two, dude.
Yes.
To me, they're both originals. I'm sorry.
They're both amazing. They're both fucking great. I'm very much a Vampire Hunter D stan. Still haven't watched the Delicious in Dungeon series. I love that friggin' manga. Are you guys familiar with it?
Which one?
Delicious in Dungeon.
Nope.
It's like it's like a sort of like pretty much a genre. The whole Dungeons and Dragons thing, right? Or people that are in alternate, like virtual reality.
Yeah.
Right.
What's the name of those fucking thing? Isekai.
Right.
Isekai, I think it is, Scotsman.
Yeah.
And they wake up in another world where Isekai.
Overlord. There's like a Sword Art Online. There's a billion of those, right?
Yeah. Drifter was one. And dude, if you haven't seen Drifter, check it out.
I should.
No, dude, trust me, you want.
I know, dude. You're the one who turned me on to Hellsing Ultimate. You think I'm gonna forget that shit? You think I'm gonna fucking you recommend something? I'm gonna fucking sleep on it? I just need to write that shit down. But yeah, it's so there's a genre where it's like it's similar, but it's like Dungeons and Dragons characters, right? And this one, it's like there are these characters that are going deep into the dungeon. There's this massive dungeon, but people can only get so far because at a certain point they have to turn around and go back for supplies. But the adventurers, this guy that's looking to find the dragon that ate his sister so he can resurrect her, and this half elf that he travels with, they run into this dwarf named Senshi, and he has a shield on his back, but it doubles as a walk, and that's because he has been managed to get deeper than anybody because he eats the monsters that he kills.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's like a cooking thing where it's just like they fight monsters and then he chops them up and turns them into these dishes. They're often delicious. And so that's why it's called Delicious in Dungeon. Yeah, they eat the monsters. I mean, obviously, that's a great joke, but, I think it's like 12 books in to the series. I think the next one's going to be the last one. And if those characters aren't engaging, if the story's not good, that joke is going to get tired real friggin' fast. But luckily, it is really well written. So I'm curious to see. Because I was thinking too, it's like, damn, I hope they turn this into an anime, and they have. I think. But
the Drifter one I'm talking about.
Yeah.
It's I'm not gonna spoil it, but you're following one samurai, and he's pretty fucking badass, right?
Yeah.
And then he dies and comes into a world where you have all the greatest fucking warrior of history. All of them, and it's really fucking good, dude.
Like he meets Nobunaga Oda. What?
So
right,
Beacon's watching something and forgetting that the volume's on. No,
that's not me.
That it was Brian.
Yeah.
Well, there was an anime that I watched a long time ago, but I remember hearing about the manga. So it's similar to an isekai, only this world is connected to the real world because one day, just in the middle of Tokyo, a portal opens, and a bunch of like fantasy creatures rush out, start slaughtering humans, But then the military shows up and blasts them away because the fantasy beings and fantasy races, they don't have as good of technology as a modern military. So the military takes them out. It cuts back to the king of this other realm, and the king's like, "Okay, we just fucked up." And then the Japanese military sets up base camps in this other world, and they just basically start overrunning it, and they overthrow the king, liberate the people, and all that, and it's just like they're going like doing humanitarian stuff for the people of this fantasy world, and I remember at one point the dark elves are being attacked by this elder dragon, so the military shows up to fight it, and it's like, okay, this is actually a challenge for them, but they wind up blowing its head off with a rocket.
What is this?
It's called Gate.
Gate? That sounds fucking dope. Is this a comic book or is this an animation?
They did an anime a while back, but
that sounds fucking dope.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Dude, there's another series from the creator of fucking Trigun called Blood Blockage Battlefront or something like that. Dude, the premise is fucked up. Imagine New York is stuck in a place where the demon realm opened, and right there, and then blended with the New York that's there.
Interesting.
And it's just there.
They're phased into each other.
So you have demons living with people,
right?
Weird creatures, and there's certain people to regulate the thing, but it's fucked up. Like, it's really interesting. Like one of the good guys is a werewolf, then you have another one that does other things. The other one controls blood, so his power is blood. Dude, it's insane.
So it's kind of like Wicked City, like kind of a similar premise to that.
Yeah, in a way, yeah.
Ish. That sounds great. Beacon, what's the one that you mentioned? And because I am writing these down, or actually, what I'm doing is I'm looking up the trailers, and then I can check my history.
It's called Gate.
History. I'm sorry, Michael.
Gate. Like, yeah.
Gotcha.
Emphasis on the gate.
I did watch the. I found a website where you can watch anime for free, and I was watching. I saw if they made a Goblin Slayer movie.
Oh,
yeah, you've mentioned this site twice already, and your stingy ass has not put that link in Discord.
No,
I'm going to do that now.
Yeah, that would be kind of a good thing to do.
Oh, I love Goblin Slayer.
Unreal.
Dude, that fucking first episode. Oh, and then another series, Brian, that you need to put on that list to watch.
Yeah.
If you haven't checked it, yet, Black Lagoon.
Oh no, I've seen all of that except I think I've only seen one of the OVAs, and you were telling me that there's another OVA.
But technically, there's if I remember, you told me you only saw first season. You didn't see the second season with the twins.
I think you're right.
Then there's the OVA that's the Roberta's Blood Trail
with the nanny.
The nanny's there before, but the OVA with they're fucked up with the nanny again. And dude, seriously, first season,
some of the bloodiest fighting
I've
ever seen in an anime.
Like, oh yeah, the action sequences in that are like second to none.
You've seen the nanny. You've seen Roberta in the first season. She's the one that when they walk into the bar and she starts killing everybody. That's who we're talking about, Roberta. She comes back, but then now she's pissed because they killed the fucking father of the kid.
Well, she's always been pissed, to be quite
No, she was not. I'm telling you, dude, she was not pissed. She was zen like a fucking Jedi the first time you see her.
Well, she was on a mission. She was on a protection mission. Right, that was her charge. Right.
The only one that gets to her is Revy, because there's a little rivalry between her and Revy.
But they killed the dad, and that sent her into a fucking murderous rage.
Yes, dude. And she's like,
so it's a different motivation. protect my asset, or avenge the father of the person who employed me.
Do you remember the Punisher scene when he shoots those fucking parkour guy with a fucking grenade launcher?
Yeah.
That's nothing. Okay, that's fucking nothing.
Yeah, for those of you that aren't familiar with what we're talking about, Black Lagoon, think a really, really hot chick. with 2 guns and Daisy Dukes.
I was gonna say, imagine Martin
You're
Riggs
gonna
as a fucking hot chick with Daisy Dukes, but yeah.
who has like a body count that's like well into like the quadruple
Dude,
digits.
why did they call you 2 hands? 5 seconds after you find out in the fucking bar why they call her 2 hands.
Yeah.
Dude, she can shoot people, reload, still with 2 guns in her hands. Dude, when you see her reloading with her sleeve, I was like, holy crap.
Yeah, so Chow Yun Fat shit right there.
Or the boat scene. The fucking boat scene.
Oh yeah, that's classic. That's classic. Yeah, man.
But dude, that's what I'm saying. You think the first season is fucking insane? Second season, there's twins that think they're vampires and they're fucked up.
Yeah, I haven't seen that. Yeah. I gotta check that out. But Michael, is that your buddy curled up with you?
Yep, he is latched on. He will not let go. His claws are deep into my shoulder. It hurts like hell.
Oh, snuggle. Yeah, that's a
friend Drescher as was an anime.
Yeah, I get that. As soon as I get a couch, that's the next thing on my agenda is getting a couch. And then once I have a couch, then I'm gonna get a cat. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to like the local shelter and volunteer, and that way I can make a love buddy, right? Rather than go there and just grab a cat, I'm gonna go there, hang out, and at some point I know there's gonna be somebody I'm gonna be bringing home. And plus there's chicks hanging out there. Your local animal shelter is generally not a fucking sausage party.
This is kind of weird for me now drawing on this. I'm so used to drawing on my tablet now. Drawing on this is kind of weird. Right now I'm in the mode of like I use this mainly for coloring, and I'm using my tablet for drawing.
I know it's surprising, dude. You've been drawing that for the whole time we're here, and you haven't finished it and started another one yet. What the fuck is wrong with you?
I actually started it twice. Thank you.
Are you feeling okay? It's usually sequential and chill. It's not. This is a legit doodle and chill. I mean, for Sim, this is more like a dawdle and chill. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yep.
Yeah. Like I said, I'm just using it as an excuse to not work on the.
I'm trying to just entertain people and just keep the conversation.
Mm-hmm.
No, I had to
dawdle
fucking change.
Chill, everyone.
Dawdle and chill. Actually, it's kind of already all the things I wanted to do with this character so far. I did 2 sketch cards. You won't see them if I show you some. I'll share them soon. But yeah, you're right. Usually I'm already done. But usually I don't start inking it.
Okay, so now what does this guy's facial expression look like to you? What does it look like he's thinking? Just want to see if I got the right vibe.
Wait, are those Cheez-Its? That's what I'm picking up.
Okay. Because what's going on is so he's been walking through the town. He's on his way to meet a friend, and his childhood friend is in the alley. She's basically babysitting the kids at the farmers, and all of a sudden, she's like, "Oh, hey, we want to come over here and tell these kids a story," because everyone thinks he's a storyteller. Because he used to go to the Shrine Maiden because he'd have these dreams. The dreams that are actually the memories, and they all thought they were just stories that he was telling. So she's like, "Oh, hey, do you want to tell these kids one of your stories?" And he's like, he doesn't want to be there. He wants to be on to what he's trying to get to. So he's like, "Okay, I got a story for him." So that's what this facial expression is about. He's like, "Okay, you want a story? I'll give you a story."
I'll give you a fucking story.
Yeah.
Gather around, children. This one's how my friend Lenny lost his pinky toe.
Yeah. Well, so the story he winds up telling is, he remembers a story that he was told by one of the angel guys, that, like one of the angel characters, about it being known as the Wendigo.
Mm.
And so he's telling these kids this horrifying story. So after he gets done telling the story, he's like, his friend's like, thanks, but shouldn't you have kind of known your audience a little bit more? He goes, I mean, I did. You know that I just made your job a whole heck of a lot easier. Those kids aren't going to want to go anywhere like dark or foreboding. They're going to be terrified for the rest of the day. You don't have to worry about them.
Yeah, they ain't gonna wander off.
Yeah.
I did not like what I was doing, so step back. Again. Going another direction. Again. Yeah, at first I just wanted to do like him bashing somebody in the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, the drawing I wanted to do is the one I did on the sketch card where he punched somebody in the face that went through his mouth, like, you know. And there's not trying to hook up his new computer. I don't know if you guys can hear it. There you go. Somebody's getting bashed and exploded like a juice bag. What the fuck? No, now you kind of you kind of pissed me off. I'm gonna have to fucking do more drawings faster now.
Hey, look, we all get old. I mean, it happens. You know what I mean? You slow down. You know what I mean? It happens. Don't worry. It's cool. Don't worry, man.
You want to go there?
What? Go where?
Motherfucker. The hell's going on? Okay, that's the dog I'm hearing behind.
Sorry, I just had to go get a cookie.
No, it's okay.
We're gonna do a quick costume change. Oh man. Yeah, script them.
Yeah. It's okay. You just missed Scotsman saying that I'm getting slow because I'm getting too old.
Oh, I heard that shit. I heard that shit. I heard that shit in the other room. I guess you guys didn't hear me go, oh snap.
Fucking piece of shit.
You know why you heard it, Brian?
Yeah.
Because the truth rings true.
I mean, I'm not gonna fucking blast anybody for being slow, because man.
No. I wasn't. No, it wasn't about being slow. It was about being old.
No, but being slow because of being old.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, look.
Oh look what Grifter's doing. He's smashing me into the ground now. I can tell my feet anywhere. Those are my feet.
Well, the story that I always found inspiring was Frank Frazetta, after he had a stroke, couldn't use his main hand. So he just trained himself to illustrate and paint with his...
You know what? You might just be fucking right, after all.
You never know.
Right?
You planted that seed of doubt.
Yeah.
It's taking root now.
There you go.
Growing like a fucking beanstalk.
You know, the Scotsman getting humbled.
Hey man, humble pie is good for you. I always say, tastes like shit. Don't like the taste of it, but it is It is very, very nutritious. Oh man, did you see those friggin' Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle figures that they've been coming out with? Where the turtles are combined with the Universal monsters.
I saw them on your stream last time.
Oh my god, those are so cool. Yeah, like I just have to keep reminding myself when I see those, like want, not need, want, not need. Yeah, look, I mean, I still don't have my my toy collection. My toy collection is still being held hostage in the storage unit. I gotta get that shit back, man. I mean, I don't know if I'll get it back or not. If I do, I think a lot of people are gonna be getting hooked up because I'm gonna be thinking like, I should have given like more of that shit away, because it's just like I'd much rather have given this shit away than just to have well, if
you've got any Robotech toys, I'll send you my PO box.
I don't. Robotech was after my time. I do have some Shogun Warriors.
We're done here.
Diecast, the real shit, dude. The Go Nagai, the original fucking mecha. Yo, son. What's great about those two is those were die-cast metal, man. You could little kids, I'm sure, must have fucked up their siblings with those things.
Yeah,
beating somebody with that. And then of course I had the big plastic. I had a couple of big plastic ones, a Mazinger, great Mazinger, and oh god, what's the one that David Fincher was going to do a movie of? The one with the horns. That thing can fucking shoot its fist like across the room. I'm thinking, like, how many little kids fucking got black eyes from that fucking thing?
Was it Grandizer?
Grandizer, yes, thank you. No wait. Is it Grandizer? No, Grandizer is the one that's the toy that I sent to Sim, right?
Yep.
Yeah, because he saw that shit in my collection, and we never.
Transor Z.
Transor Z was the other one, yeah, with the saucer that goes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. There were so many of those assembly robots, you know, the different, the vehicle Voltron, the cat Voltron, the Transor, freaking Grandizer, like big mechas. That was the shit back then.
Oh yeah, it was huge. I mean, it's a genre or a subgenre for sure. And then you had like Big O, which was kind of like a meta take on those, because that's the thing that's interesting. It's like you have these established genres and subgenres in manga and anime, and then you get like revisionist takes on those that are good, right? Like the Magical Girl thing, the Sailor Moon, right? Isn't that the thing that she does, right? There's a series called Madoka Magica.
It's a Transformation Heroes.
Yes. And I see where you're going with this. So there's the series called Madoka Magica that basically takes that premise and turns into like a horror story. And there's different types of animation. It's like when they're fighting these witches, the world that they go into is suddenly very two-dimensional paper cutout animation, and it looks fantastic. If you've never seen that, look that series up. There's an OVA that's also really good. That's basically a sequel to the series. Fantastic, really, really good. Can't recommend that highly enough. And it's great too because it like brings you in a way where it's just like it's a sucker play. You think that this is going to be like a regular Magical Girls thing, and then it just turns into like a freaking nightmare.
Yeah.
Japanese are great at doing stuff like that.
The best.
Yes, they are. Like one of the animes I like a lot too that a lot of people don't know about is Cyber City Aedo.
Mm-hmm.
Never
Great cyberpunk, and it's technically 3 stories in one. Like you can find it as a movie, or it's technically 3 episodes, but it's all in the same people. So there's 3 characters. So one you focus on one, then the second one focus on the other one, and the other one's mainly focused on the other one. It's really interesting. Like I really like it. Cyber City Aedo.
Cyber City Aedo?
Aedo, yeah.
Okay, let me.
Hi, hello.
Let's see.
And if you haven't checked it yet, Redline.
Oh yeah, that's great.
You checked it?
Yeah. It's so that's a lot of fun.
Dude, just the start of it, right?
Right.
Like the way it starts,
right.
it gets you pumping, like you're jumping on your seat almost, like yeah.
Yes. It's going right from the beginning. It's moving 1,000 miles an hour,
Mm-hmm.
and taking you with it. Yeah.
And the music, when the music starts, it's so like everything's so goddamn perfect, dude.
Yes, you could tell that they put a lot of freaking work into that. It's
But
very.
you know that was a passion project. It was them going back to old trad because it's all traditional.
Yes, you could tell.
And they almost went bankrupt.
No shit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, because when you say all traditional, you're talking about like 100% old school.
Hand-drawn animation, yes.
Right. God
And
damn.
it's insane, dude.
It's amazing.
And it's one of those. It's one of those. Came out. People were like, Came out to DVD and Blu-ray. Boom.
Yeah. Isn't that interesting when films find their audiences like that?
Mm-hmm.
But it's great when it happens immediately, like I did with that.
And you know what's the worst thing? I found that with my girlfriend back in the days. We were in college, and we were working on the Nat stuff.
Oh no shit!
Yeah, and you know the first Nat stuff was in 2009. We were working on in college, and when I started university, the first year I was doing the storyboard, and that was in 2012, and that's when it came out here. So me and her, we're walking around, and I'm going to check something called HMV, which used to be one of the biggest music and movie stores in Montreal, Canada, right?
Yeah, they had that here.
Right now they're gone, and I go in there, and I'm walking around, and I'm like, I'm going to the anime section, you know, and I see this fucking thing, Redline. Yeah. And I'm like, what's this fucking rockabilly looking motherfucker, like Elvis looking like
Pompadour?
Like, what the fuck is that? I check on it. I'm like checking the back. I'm like, holy shit, the animation was fucking insane. How much is this? $14.99. No, it's not that bad. I see the Blu-ray next to it, $14.99. Same price. Yeah. So I grabbed the Blu-ray, got home, dude, put that in my home theater, dude. We were all like, and my girlfriend back then, she goes, dude, this is like the same type of feel that you're trying to get with your Nat stuff. I'm like, yes. Yep. It's anime on crack with fucking heavy metal.
Yes.
It's insane.
It's anime on crystal meth. Like really,
the colors, the character designs, they're fucking insane.
Yes, it's a lot of fun, and people can find that on. I think that's on Tubi, actually. Yeah, it is on Tubi. Yeah, that's an awesome movie.
I know it was on fucking Netflix for a long time.
Yep.
Oh, that stuff, that thing's pretty freaking insane. And I'm still shocked that there's people like, oh, I love anime. Do you know Redline? No.
What? I know.
I'm like, wait, what?
It's really, really good. Have you seen Space Dandy?
Of course I've seen Space Dandy.
Wonderful. That's so good, dude. That is it just me or does that not get enough love?
Not enough
Space
love.
Dandy's made by the same studio that made Cowboy Bebop.
Yep.
Yes. Yeah, it's incredible. It's really,
And I remember one of the funniest moment. Because I initiated a whole bunch of people to that series. Okay?
So yeah, me too.
And one of them was my bro Dave. And I showed him, dude, did you say Space Dandy? He goes, no. I showed him the fucking trailer, and he goes, what? As he goes, Space Dandy. He goes, what the fuck is Space Dandy?
He's
a
dandy
dandy guy in
and
space.
in space.
He just looks at me. He goes, okay, I'm done. That's he got me.
He's a dandy guy
in space.
in space. I love that he's like an Elvis guy, Elvis clone, and they're with the pompadour, but their ship is the Aloha Oi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Elvis.
It's very kingly. Very kingly.
He has a fucking Hawaiian shirt. No, the ship, when he turns into a type of robot, has an Hawaiian shirt.
Yeah. Yeah, I wish they would, because there are only 2 seasons of that, right?
Yep.
I really would love to see more. The episode there's so many of those that are really just smart. The one I really loved was when they encountered the sentient plants.
Yep.
Oh, that one was wild, dude.
And
that was like an acid trip, dude.
Right?
I love the zombie one. The zombie one was.
Oh yeah, when everybody was zombies.
Yes.
That was fun.
Or the space thread. The space thread. Where you see all the different versions of Space Dandy from different dimensions.
Yes.
Or when he went to that planet to and he teamed up with that old man to try to catch a fish.
Yeah.
Dude, that was such a deep episode.
Yes.
That's the thing. It's within the stupid fucking premise. They tell you something.
But what's great about it too is the whole time he's being pursued by an elite alien race that want to kill him because they think that he's some special like super warrior. But he's failing up constantly.
Yes.
They show up to kill him and he like warps out of there just because, and they're like, he's evaded us again.
Yeah.
Just by accident.
Yeah, this like Darth Vader character that's like on his ass.
More like space balls. Yeah.
I love their ship. It's got the Statue of Liberty head with the ball gag.
Space ball with a ball gag. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, so good. So good.
Another series that I discovered not a year or 2 ago because of somebody, and I showed it to Scotsman, and he agrees with me. Like, it's an instant fucking classic. Like, where the fuck was that all my fucking life?
Yeah.
The worst thing is I found it because I was looking for the Dirty Pair animated movies. So I'm looking, and I've been looking for that for a long time because I watched them when I was younger, right?
Yeah.
And I wanted them again. And I told Scotsman I was looking for the Dirty Pair shit. He goes, oh yeah, I remember them vaguely, like the OVAs
on VHS
or something like that. Like, I don't vaguely. He goes, yeah, I'm looking for them motherfuckers. It was back when we were watching like all the fucking anime and always trying to look for something new. And I found a package that was the Dirty Pair package or something like that. And it came with something called Crusher Joe.
Okay.
And god damn it, that shit's good.
Crusher Joe?
Dude, it's so good.
Get that. There's a movie and there's 2 OVA. Get that now. Like, dude, it's fucking good. And if you ever want to check the Dirty Pair one, don't watch the first one. The first one is very meh. But then after that, there's the movie, and the movie was made by the same team that did Crusher Joe and stuff like that. The second and third one of Dirty Pair are pretty good. The first one's very meh. But Crusher Joe is insane.
Looks really cool. I'm watching the trailer right now.
Oh, dude, it's fucking insane.
Like a lot of contemporary anime fans, they can't watch this stuff. Like they're just like it's too old for them. It's just I think
then they're not anime fans.
And that's not just that, dude. There's people like my kid the other day was arguing with me that Into the Spider-Verse is a fucking masterpiece of animation because
Oh,
the animation is so great. I'm like, dude, the animation is so shit. Everything in the movie, in the animation, it breaks every fucking laws and rules of animation.
yeah.
No. They wanted to show that, he gets better. That's why he slides on the floor. I'm like, fuck you. It's just fucking excuses for doing shitty animation. There's no. If somebody walks and the fucking background doesn't go as fast as the fucking guy walking, or you see his feet sliding on the ground, it's bad.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, I remember turning it off because it just looked ugly to me, but I couldn't put my finger on it. But then you explained to me like why. But that's the thing, though. It's just like even though I don't know why it's fucked up, the subconscious mind picks up on it somehow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What up, Chris? Yeah, it just looked ugly to me. It got all these great reviews, so I started watching it. And I turned it off about like 20 minutes in, I think.
Mm-hmm. But dude, Crusher Joe, I never heard of it before. Never. Like another series that I never heard of, right? And that was Cider that a long time ago, like 4 years ago. That he told me about it because he was like, "Oh, the not the merc stuff. Yeah, it reminds me of this series. Like, did you ever check Outlaw Star?" I'm like, I don't know. I've never checked this, but I know the title because it was one of the titles I wanted to give to the fucking Natverse stuff, Outlaw Star.
Right.
And I Googled it, and that shit popped out, and all I saw was ships with arms. Goes, no. Because it's not just ship with arms. He goes, check it out. And I started watching Outlaw Star, and dude, that shit's fucking good.
Outlaw Star?
Outlaw Star. It was part of the trifecta. It came out. It was created by the same guys, and it came out with Trigun and Cowboy Bebop.
That's interesting because we got both of those here on Adult Swim.
But you didn't get Outlaw Star. It's the same thing here.
Right.
And Outlaw Star is like one's a cyberpunk, like Trigun's like a diesel punk / cyberpunk type of thing, right?
Right.
/ cyberpunk, because I would say that because it's more like a diesel punk, but there's a bit more than just diesel, right? It's not a diesel punk per se.
Right.
So I'm like a type of cyberpunk, like the dystopian type of like cyberpunkish. Then you had fucking Cowboy Bebop, which is sci-fi cyberpunk, right?
Yeah.
Outlaw Star, it's space fantasy at its fucking finest. There's magic. There's everything in there.
Just found the entire series. It looks like it's the entire series. That's cool.
And another one that if you haven't seen that, since you're in your thing to lock up some stuff, Bubblegum Crisis.
See it? Yeah.
Fucking insane. What was the other one that we liked there?
Tank Police.
Angel Cop.
Angel Cop and Tank Police.
Tank Police is pretty good too. Angel Cop and obviously Apple.
But Tank Police is connected to Bubblegum Crisis.
Yes.
Nope.
Well, they're similar.
No, they're not.
Really?
It's Mash Immune Shadow. Are you mixing them?
I
think you are. You're mixing Tank Police with the other one. It's AD Police.
AD Police. Okay, yeah, you're right.
Tank Police. The Tank Police is Mash Immune Shadow, and it's tanks and shit like that with the cat girls.
Yeah.
Bubblegum Crisis. Inside Bubblegum Crisis, you had the AD Police, but there's a series of AD Police.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's fucking insane.
It's good. Yeah.
The AD Police files. It's fucking insane. Not
so, Brian, have you ever been to archive.org?
Yep.
Of course. Yeah.
I get a lot
There
of
is a trove of lost media in archive.org of all OVAs, manga, like people scanned manga and made digital books out of them. Like, I found almost every single anime I've ever wanted to find in archive.org.
Wow.
And it's just their MKV files, they're high res Blu-ray quality files.
Nice.
Like this right here is the Dirty Pair.
You should probably.
That was another one. That was like one of the first to come out on VHS here.
Put the link in the Discord for Brian.
So you know how to browse around in archive.org?
Oh yeah.
by the tags down here, as well as the uploader. All these links will lead you to cross-linked, cross-genre, like you can find so much shit.
See, I've always gone on there just looking for very specific things. But
yeah, I just went on like treasure hunts.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's so fucking cool. Oh,
but I mean, you can.
Your Hollywood Hogan.
That's what. It's where I found the dub of fucking Alita Battle Angel after a while because it was pretty fucking hard to find, and that's where they had the best version of it.
Yeah.
What about Ixer? Do you guys like Ixer?
Nah.
You didn't like it?
Not familiar with it.
I liked it.
I like that fucking thing that we watched there. That was pretty much a anime Tarna. What was the name of it?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'm trying to remember what the name was.
Where the dude had the camera and she was trying to kill him.
Is that it? Hold on. Going to my files. Anime. Dude, I got so much anime, it's not even fucking funny. Legend of Lemnir. That was freaking good.
Oh, yeah.
The one that you were talking about was Dragon's Heaven. I think that's the one with the screen. Dude, that Dragon's Heaven, the guy animated it because he was a fan of fucking Mobius. It looks like Mobius shit, but animated.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I showed it to you. It was a short anime. Remember the girl in the desert with the big fucking robot? And it starts with a 30-minute presentation of the live robot the guy did, and wasted half the fucking budget. Another one that's pretty good too, Brian, is by Masahiro Shadow, Black Magic M66.
Oh yeah, that was the one I found.
Black Magic 66, did you say?
Yeah.
Black Magic M66, yeah.
Black Magic M66.
That's another one that I found I was looking for the manga for years and I found it on eBay.
Oh yeah.
See, I found it on archive.org.
Oh, this looks familiar. This looks really familiar.
Which one?
Black Magic M66.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, very kind of 8-man.
It's Masahiro Shadow, the guy behind Appleseed and
gotcha.
Ghost in the Shell. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I mean, it's just amazing to me that, like, I mean, when I was in high school, I had friends that were into anime and manga, and all they could get was like bootleg videos. You know,
that's how I started, dude. Yeah.
Right.
I used to go to those, not comic cons, but cons, just looking for those shit. Like, I was not going there to look for comic books. Comic books, I would find them in comic book shops.
He was looking for hentai.
Oh,
no,
shit.
I never got into hentai.
Not hentai. It's worse than that.
Don't try and project yourself onto me.
Oh shit!
Whoa!
Oh shit! Hey, Scott, if the shoe fits.
I know. Right?
There's nothing wrong with being into fucking.
And you know, I'll also say that Scotsman is also older than me, so just saying.
Oh shit!
Hold up there, Bucko.
What's up?
I married a Japanese girl, so.
Yes, so doesn't mean nothing.
Yeah, just because Japanese people age very well doesn't mean that.
Gracefully.
I know.
You know.
Gracefully.
Yeah. Too bad for her that you won't age the same way.
Yep. Yeah, she's gonna look like she's.
Did you ever see that TikTok about that girl saying, you know what's the difference between a Japanese woman and a Chinese woman?
Yeah.
Chinese woman will yell at you and shit on you, they'll stay with you for life. The Japanese will be very nice and do this and do that, but the moment you get sick, they'll take you for a nice little walk and drop you in the lake.
It's not true.
Oh shit!
That's not true.
God damn.
I hope not. I hope it's not true.
Yeah. My
So, by the way, Scotsman, you were saying something earlier.
I don't have any standing bodies of water in me. I don't think.
So here's the first sketch of the character.
I think he's
Here's the second. I'm starting a third one.
Oh, Sim's back, everybody. He apparently kicked the imposter out. He was tied up in the closet.
No, to be quite honest, the problem I'm having.
Emphasis on in the closet.
I had an issue with the fucking pen. I bought a new pen. And I don't know what's wrong with those fucking pens, but there's always they're a bit different. Like every time it was the same thing with Wacom back in the days. If you would change the thing, the adjustment, like if you were gonna just use the same settings, there was always a bit of a difference with it, response-wise. Maybe you need to break it in. I don't know.
In the words of the immortal Sean Connery, I'll take the penis mightier for 1,000. It's the pen is mightier. I'll play your game, you rogue.
No, but I don't know if did you ever notice that? Because I know you probably had to change fucking stylus more than once.
I changed this out like, dude.
Yeah, that's my point. It's usually there's
I have a bag of them with a magnet in there, and I stick it to my file cabinet. See,
no, I'm not talking about changing the nib. I'm talking about changing the entire stylus.
Nah, I don't do that.
Because me, the stylus broke. Like
you should stop sticking it in your asshole, and it won't break.
Again. Keep your fantasies to yourself, motherfucker.
It's called projection.
No, but the thing is,
Bling.
this is the second one I've bought since 2019 when I first bought my U1, right?
Oh, it's because you're banging it on your screen. See that? And you wonder why it breaks.
Anyways, the thing is, it's just stopped working. I bought a new one, and for some reason, the settings are not the same. The pressure of it doesn't respond the same way. So all the freaking settings, I have to play with them, because usually it's just like all the same settings, but it doesn't seem to. So
you reminded me, I haven't changed my tip in a while.
Yeah, just the tip.
Just the tip.
Dude, Megalopolis? Damn, I didn't know that. Oh, I just found that on Tubi. I haven't seen that in a long time. Yeah, I mean, like you were talking about going to conventions to find bootlegs and that sort of shit. I was an anime.
Okay.
I would just watch stuff that was like a Gatchaman. I loved to pieces. Anybody that has Gatchaman, check that out.
Battle of the Planets.
Hold on. People give me a hard time about not keeping up with the chat, and Sim just now acknowledged me. Dude, I don't know. You're behind on your fucking thing because I acknowledged you as soon as you came in. So
Yeah, he did, Chris.
Try all you want, chick 6.
He did. I saw.
Next one.
I heard it.
Now you know how it feels, Chris. Sim was going behind the curtain for those naughty manga.
When I heard it, hentai.
I got caught one day and kicked out of a comic book store when I was a teen. I think I was like 15, or something.
Yeah.
Do you know why?
Why?
Because of fucking heavy metal and Faust.
There it is.
I wanted to, because I was into the Lady Death stuff also.
Yeah. Well,
so I'm like, I went behind the curtain. That's why I think it's funny because you said you went behind the curtain. Because I was like, where are the fucking Lady Death and all that shit, right? And heavy metal, because they're behind the curtain. They're like, okay, fine, I'm gonna go there.
Of course,
like,
you're gonna go there, right?
Yeah,
it's
that's
like,
why I thought it was funny.
Stuff, right? You can't go in there. This is the stuff you can't read. Why don't they want me reading it, right?
See, I made that comment ages ago.
Yep. You see, I was lucky. I had like real permissive parents, right?
Mhm.
German parents, right? Who were like basically, Germany was like super liberal in like the 60s. And
You had progressive German parents.
yes. No, I mean,
Son, if you haven't seen your scat porn by the time you're 9, you're
so
behind.
They were conservative for Germans.
Oh, okay.
Right. So we're talking about a place where I mean, if you've ever been there, they have topless women on the cover of their news magazines. Why? Because everybody loves tits.
It was the same thing here, because here in Quebec and stuff like that, like I told you before, here they don't like violence and gore, but tits, it's just fine, right?
Yes.
So the thing is, at a young age, I saw that fucking not Frankenstein, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde thing, but the parody of it, where it was the sex one.
Yeah.
Remember? What was it, Strange Love or something? I don't remember the title of it, but he would transform into Dr. Hyde, and you see the fucking bling bling coming out of there, and he was like a big fucking pimp with a big, get the fucking junk like. And the same thing with the Flash Gordon that was playing dude at like 9 or 10 on TV.
Oh my God! Really?
Yes.
Damn.
The way they saw it is like don't forget, Quebec. I don't know if it was the same for the rest of Canada, but
right,
that's why I mentioned Quebec. So European
explains a lot, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
Right. So those type of, to them it's just parody. To me, Flash Gordon is not a XXX movie. It's a parody. It's fucking stupid. Right. It's a parody with tits.
Yes.
Or what was the George of the Jungle thing, which was a fucking also like a corny fucking comedy. I forgot what it was. What it was. No, it was in the same type of vein, but it was Tarzan or something, or George of the Jungle.
Right. So you're talking about like softcore pornography things.
Yeah. Dude, I watched Fritz the Cat as a kid.
Yeah. My parents let me watch all that shit.
All those fucking Besky things. I saw them as a kid.
I know, me too.
Mm-hmm.
That had a big influence on me. George Carlin, Richard Pryor. I got to discover those guys like when I was like a little kid. So that's why I've always been a potty mouth. Is because
to me, I was always surprised why you guys have trouble with tits, because there's tits in Star Wars.
I know.
And people are like, no, there's no tits in Star Wars. Yes, there's tits in Star Wars. Look at Princess Leia properly. You see her fucking nipples. And if you take 5 seconds to see when you're in Jabba the Hutt fucking thing in Return of the Jedi,
yes,
you see that girl's green tits. Pretty nice.
Yes, and why not?
Yeah.
What's the problem with that?
I don't see a problem. I don't see a problem with seeing a guy naked too, as long as it's story driven and it's in the.
As long as it's tasteful.
Now you can't have it. Now you can't have it because it used to be you can't have it because of the conservatives. Now you can't have it because of the liberals.
I try to have the same approach when I do my not verse shit. Like you'll see tits, you'll might see naked people, right?
Yeah, it's European,
but there's no porn. It's not. But
it's a huge difference.
The further I went was in the first Nat story because I wanted to do that joke and it was a fucking.
Yeah, it's fucking funny. How could you fucking pass that?
Did you know the first time it got printed, the editor from Zedera 9 made me take it out. So the first time it was printed, it did not have those pages. I did them for this version of the book.
Oh, see.
You can ask Scotsman. You saw me drawing them because they were cut out. I only had the layouts of it because the editor didn't want them.
So this pussy was like, I'm sorry, that's got to come out.
Yes, he did. No, we can't have this. It just skip those 2 pages. It's still people are still gonna get what happened. And the worst thing is everybody that read the story from the book were asking me, why didn't you put it? Like, what happened? I can tell you what happened.
Yeah.
And as soon as I tell them, they always crack up. Like Vinny, where the first time you saw it, Vinny cracked the fuck up.
Yes, dude. That's because it's funny. It's really funny, and having to take that out, man. See, that's why I'm glad that we're able to do our own shit. That we don't have to fucking dude. That's why we fucking became part of this thing in the first place. Is to have a place where we can just fucking do whatever the fuck we want because that's how it should be for artists.
Progressive parents, did they try to convince you that you were Brandy instead of Brian?
No,
not that type of progressive.
Not progressive in the modern, in the contemporary sense, right?
Explain why you're such a degenerate.
All right, so check this out. You know how I got my very first issue of Heavy Metal?
Mhm.
I must have been about maybe 8, 9, 10 years old, I think.
It's about the same for me too. I didn't get them. I found them in my uncle's stash. Like people thought I was looking for his porn. I was looking for his heavy metal. Like I got in trouble.
Right.
And my grandma, they're looking for your porn. No, dude, I'm just looking for your fucking heavy metal.
I'm looking for your cool comics with boobs and blood and shit.
Yeah.
My family was to Germany because my parents moved here because of my father's company, which is Mercedes-Benz, and they were like, one of the ways to compensate the family for the move was, here's like a free trip to back home, like whenever you want, right? And so on one of these vacations, my mom gets something for me to read for the flight. And she hands it to me, and what is it? It's fucking Heavy Metal. And I had never heard of it. I had no idea that it even existed. And by the time that plane landed, I was not the same fucking kid. Because I didn't know that comics could be like that. It was like it was like that. Plus, before that was the Head Shop comics, right? As a little kid, man, I was like going into the fucking Head Shop with my older brother, seeing those fucking, Fabulous Furry Freak Brothers, the fucking Art Crumb, blew my mind.
How was my French, Sim?
I don't know. I did not understand.
Metal.
No. What you're saying is slow metal. It's supposed to be metal hurlant. Because if you just say metal hurlant, it's slow metal. Metal hurlant. Hurlant. Yeah. Now it's hurling metal.
So by just that inflection, you're indicating like fast or slow.
No. Because the thing is, if you say hurlant is one word, meaning hurling.
Right.
Okay. If you don't pronounce the hurl before la means slow. So when he says hurlant means hurlant. So it's not an actual word, but it sounds more like la than hurlant. Because hurlant, it's like saying hurling.
Do you know what's genius? Yep. Do you know what's genius is the fact that Jodorowsky, when he was writing stories for Heavy Metal, like explained like why it's called Heavy Metal, and you've had this thing, this remains of like a dead world, right? This big
but that was later.
That would like roar through space. It was in the TV series.
No, but it was later in Metal.
Yes.
It was not from the start, but yes, it was
No,
later.
not even close. Not even close.
It was a dead planet that was destroyed. Yeah.
And that's why it's called like.
Yeah, but you know what happens as soon as it passes near something. That's why if you pay attention, the Heavy Metal movie shows it pretty fucking much.
Yes.
That little orb.
Yes.
So as soon as it passes by you, it will change what's supposed to happen.
Right.
Will bring chaos or something, or it's kind of fucked up. But I wanted to bring something up. I was a big fan of Heavy Metal, but there's one thing in Heavy Metal. One story precisely, one IP that traumatized me as fuck. Like it's one of the only fucking comic book I've ever read in Heavy Metal. Yeah. That I went, no, what the fuck is this shit? Damn. But the art is insane.
Yeah.
It's called Druna. Dude, it was technically a French hentai. It was a fucking hot babe, right? With fucking big tits, pretty.
That sounds really familiar.
She would get fucked by monsters.
That sounds familiar, dude.
It's fucked up. It's called Drunan. Drunan, I think. Hold on. Or Druna. Hold on.
Who's that? Do you know who it was by?
Sapieri. Hold on, that's what I'm looking. Hold on.
Because of course, that's where I discovered Belial and Droulet.
But Druyet, Mobius, and Bilal were Druyet, Mobius are two of the founding founders.
That's right. That's right. Oh, dude, I totally forgot about that because I watched a little Mobius documentary.
I'm not gonna show it on stream. Okay, his name is Serpieri. Okay, that's the artist.
Yeah.
The comic book was Druuna, and the art is insane, but the subject was fucked up.
You're gonna see that shit, man.
Yeah, but you'll see the art is insane.
I got one question though, Sim. Is the art insane?
Yeah.
Yeah, es muy loco.
It's you better check yourself before you wreck yourself, Scott.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm like this guy. Oh wow, he could certainly draw a booty, can't he?
Right?
Yeah,
like the guy's art is insane.
It's really good. Yeah,
most people don't know about him because what he does is actual, not porn, but it's borderline.
Well, it's like softcore. There's just
no. It's
it's like harder.
Dude, it's hentai. Borderline, like it's hentai. Like,
what's the guy's name?
Oh,
Serpieri.
Like I can understand how to spell that with that.
S-E-R.
Yeah.
P-I-E.
V or P?
P like Papa.
Okay.
I-E-R-I. Serpieri, and it's fucking dude. His art is it's something. But it's a girl that goes around and gets fucked by monsters, mutants. You're like, what the fuck? It's like I can't stop looking at the art is insane, but the fuck is this shit? And I remember as a kid, that fucking made me go like, dude, I would check heavy metal, and I'm like, is that in? No? Okay, I'm reading it.
I mean, you guys are like me in the sense that like you really remember those moments when you like came across a comic book or a record or a movie, like something I remember really, what like spun your head around.
I love fucking Superman and Batman, but I also remember the two stories by whom it was that really cemented that love for me.
Yeah.
Right. One, Batman, Frank Miller.
Yeah.
The Dark Knight Returns. That's that's a given. Superman.
Yeah.
John Byrne, and who was the writer? Oh fuck, I have a blank. I knew the artist was Dick Giordano, but John Byrne, I think he was the writer.
He was the writer on.
But those Superman, the Man of Steel, it was, I think.
Yeah, Man of Steel.
John Byrne did to Superman what Denny
O'Neil.
Dennis O'Neil, thank you.
Yeah. And
Dennis O'Neil was to Batman. That's what he did. He came in and he goes, "You guys been doing a lot of stupid shit. Let's bring it back to his roots and let's make it good." And dude, no wonder that thing became everything else. Like the movies were, like he went back to the essence of the movies without all the corny, cheesy fucking shit.
Yeah, it made him less powerful, which a lot of people were complaining about. Right,
but also made the relationship and Lois Lane more interesting.
Yes,
instead of just being the fucking ditz getting in trouble.
Yes, it kills me that John Byrne is as talented as he is for being as much of a scumbag as he is.
Yeah, don't get me started on it. He's one of the main reasons why Kirby never got his shit.
I know, why does it make it worse that it was an artist that probably would never have worked in that medium because that medium probably wouldn't have existed if it hadn't been for Jack Kirby? It was like the same thing. Like when I read the unauthorized.
Do you know what it is? Contracts. The same reason why Stan Lee and a whole bunch of other could never fucking come up with it. It's contracts. The same thing with fucking Bob Kane thing. DC had a contract that he was the sole creator.
Meanwhile, he couldn't even draw a fist.
He couldn't draw shit.
Did you hear that story? I forget who it was, but yeah, I think maybe it was Julie Schwartz. Yeah, I think it was Julie Schwartz. He worked at DC, and he's like one of those guys that every time his name comes up, it's like the people were just like, I loved that dude. That dude was like the shit, right? So he must have been a pretty cool guy. But he obviously had a little bit of a dick in him too, because when Bob Kane was visiting the offices, he was just like, hey man, can I get you this to like, make a drawing, just draw a quick Batman for me? And he couldn't do it. And I think he was like, I'll pay you like $2,000 or something like that. It's like a commission, right?
He can't. No, he just can't.
Yeah. Well, he did. I think he did like.
Did you see what Stanley did to him on the fucking special there that he did with the
Yes.
Yeah. Hey, can you draw this? And he couldn't even fucking draw a Batman. And Stanley went there and did a Popeye.
Oh, is that the same? Oh, so maybe I'm getting Julius Schwartz mixed up with Stan Lee. Is that?
I don't know. Maybe it's another story because I've heard many stories of him.
Because there are I think a lot of people had that experience, and then
he traced other people's art. Yeah.
Yeah, and then like towards like I think the end of his life or the end of his career, if you want to call it that, he was transitioning. And he I think brought some bigwig home to check out like what he was doing. He's like, I'm a painter now, I'm a serious artist. And he looked around and there were all these really goofy maudlin paintings of clowns.
Yeah, it's a fucking joke. And all those paintings weren't even his.
I know. That was gonna say that's the real kick in the ass.
Yep.
It's just like he thinks this is good art. And he's not even, so it's trash, and it's not even his trash. He's putting his name on other people's trash.
Yeah, Bob Kane was one of the worst ones.
Oh, the Steranko has the best story, though. Did you hear about the story about when involving Steranko and Bob Kane?
Which one?
That's the shit. Evidently, Bob Kane was pissed off at Steranko because he had written, I think, like a 3-volume like history of comics, and he basically was very dismissive of Batman. He said, basically Batman in the beginning he was just like a ripoff of the Shadow, right?
Hey, go ahead.
Yeah. I mean, look, just whatever.
Did you ever check the Black Bat?
Yeah, or the Spider. I mean, look, there's like a billion of those characters.
The Bat, but the Black Bat.
Right. But evidently, Bob Kane was really pissed off about this, and he was in an elevator, and the door was closing, and Steranko was like standing right in front of it. It was like, I'll wait for the next elevator. It's because it's kind of crowded, right? Mm-hmm. And fucking Bob Kane reaches out and just bitch slaps him.
Yeah.
And Steranko is a guy who had a very interesting life. Like, just an interesting dude. Like, he was like a car thief when he was like a teenager, and then he was like a magician, and all this. He's like a Chad, right?
He's an illusionist.
Yes, and just kind of sort of a man's man, right? And so he went to Bob Kane's room and knocked on the door, and Bob Kane opened the door.
And he fucking punched him.
No, went slap and fucking bitch slapped him so hard. He said that Bob Kane spun around, did like a fully like 360, and he just walked away. That shit must have looked funny, man. Oh my god. At least that's how Steranko tells it.
Man,
that up.
I don't know if you know the story about the Black Bat, but the Black Bat came out just a bit before Batman.
Yeah, there were a lot. Dude, there were so many of those characters.
Yeah, but do you know the story of the Black Bat?
Exactly? No. I'm
meaning that the Black Bat was a lawyer, was a criminal lawyer.
Okay.
Going after the fucking gangs and mafia and shit like that.
Uh-huh.
And doing one of the case, one of the witness that was bad witness, one of the criminals, fucking shot fucking acid in his face.
Daredevil.
So he loses his sight.
Right. Oh my god.
Uh-huh.
See, that I didn't know. God damn it.
Then you get yeah, that's the thing. So it's technically Daredevil. He's Daredevil, but it's also the origin of Two-Face and Batman.
Right. And then of course, if you go back, like the
and he was the first one with the
with the ears.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
That they had to remove. Yeah.
I'm trying to think of if I had to pick one like kind of golden age character that maybe is like the biggest inspiration outside of Zorro, it's got to be Doc Savage, right?
For who?
He had the Fabulous Four, right, which was like his gang.
Doc Savage?
Yes. They had all been in World War I together, and they made a pact with each other where if we get out of this alive, we watch each other's backs for the rest of our lives, right? And so that's like his unit. And then, of course, he has a Fortress of Solitude.
That was Superman, like the inspiration for Superman.
Exactly. Yeah. But he's also like a perfect man, which is to say, every day he trains his body for an hour, but he also trains his mind for an hour every day. And so there's something very Bruce Wayne-y about it.
Yep.
Now that's a character I would love to see a Doc Savage movie, like a good one, but it's not going to happen now. You know, every IP that I care about, every character that I care about, I just want that shit just to lay fallow until we know that this fucking woke shit is over.
You know, there's a meme that I saw long ago that I thought was funny as fuck.
Yeah.
You know, there's only one character that they will never race swap at Disney.
Okay.
There's one character that they'll never race swap. Tarzan. Because they will never dare put a black man acting like an ape on screen.
I was muted. I yelled at Tarzan.
Tarzan's one of my favorite characters for sure. Like he's tough.
Oh, dude, when I saw that meme, I'm like, that would never happen.
That's true. But remember also, Tarzan himself is like a racist creation, according to these fools. I was surprised when they came out with they think Iron Fist is racist because he's a white guy learning martial arts. So just to tell you how fucking racist they are, we're going back to the fucking do not mix races. Yeah. Segregation. Yeah. These are the progressives. Yeah. Taking us back to the good old days. God damn shitlibs. Motherfucker.
But the monsters always make you worry of other monsters while they fuck you over. It's always been the same.
True.
It's for your safety.
It's for your own good.
Yeah.
Because they know way better what's good for you than you know for yourself.
We're from the government. We're here to help.
And that's coming for two old what do you call it? Libtards?
Shitlibs.
Okay.
Shitlibs. Yeah. If you're conservative, you call them libtards. If you're a leftist, you call them shitlibs. Commandy. Just wait until Commandy at the end of time.
Yeah, Commandy was good.
Is trans. I love Commandy, man. I had every issue of that actually. I saw a lot of it to Preston though, because he's like a Jack Kirby.
Yeah, is that was gonna be the original character, Man Devil.
Oh shit.
Hey Edwin, what's up, Silvar? Welcome to the stream, buddy.
Fellas, I am gonna book. I'm getting at least a fucking page of this shit done before.
Yeah, we're gonna go to. I never go over 2 hours, and now we're at 2 hours and a half.
Yeah, we gotta watch. We got some Dirty Pair to watch.
And I also started a half an hour later because I hadn't streamed in like 3 months, right? So I come to start the stream. Yeah. I had to update OBS, reinstall some shit on OBS. I was like, God damn it!
Oh God. Oh, dude, it's so good to have you back, man. It's so good to have you back.
Oh, I'm back, and you know I'm here. I'm here to stay. I'm never going nowhere. You know.
Fuck yeah! And we're gonna.
Well, the thing is, I need to take care of myself, and as you can see, I sound way better than last time we talked.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been the mayor of Fucksville since Christmas Eve.
Oh God, yeah. No, the holidays were rough for me too. Like I said, I've been in a funk, and that's why the writing's been going so slow. But it's lifting. My new crib's starting to get better.
Christmas Eve, I had a fever, 103.6.
What, you?
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's fucking insane. How are you?
Same here, dude. Same here, dude. I'm not kidding when I say
It
I
lasted
wished
for a couple days.
Yeah, Rona's not fun. Rona's not fun.
I didn't
It's-
have the Rona.
But that's technically what you got, dude.
I didn't have it.
You said you had pains everywhere and aching.
Sounds like the Rona.
No, I was wrecked, but I didn't have it.
Oh, okay. Oh, so you got
Okay.
tested. Okay.
No, I don't test.
Okay.
I will never take another coronavirus test ever for the rest of my life.
So you had corona, but you didn't have corona, and you just got really sick.
You know what else?
Yeah, does it really matter ultimately?
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. That's the point.
Whatever it is that's fucking you up, it's just
I was.
virus that's
sick.
fucking you up.
Who cares
Yeah,
what it was?
Yeah.
You know what else seems like Corona?
Mm.
Yeah.
Flu.
The
Yes.
flu,
That too.
yeah, but the reason why I say it that way, it's quite simple, dude. I've never had the flu that lasted almost a month.
I've had the flu that, dude.
The flu has a tendency to hang out a lot.
Back in 2015, I got the flu so bad I was down hard in bed for 10 days.
Oh,
I've
geez.
never had this.
That was well before COVID.
The longest I ever got sick, even if I was sick like a fucking dog, was 3 days.
Yeah, not for me. I've had it last 10 days.
I'm not fucking kidding. I always had a good for me to get sick like last time it was like when the COVID thing started. Right before before the lockdowns, like when they say, oh, there's a new COVID thing. Dude, I got sick for a week.
Before you skedaddle, Brian,
Yes.
your ass better start coming in Discord and hanging out with us.
I was gonna say we need to start hanging out in the Discord. We need to start fucking gaming. We need to start fucking watching movies together.
Yes.
and holding each other accountable to like.
No, I can't really speak because I've been absent for a while because of shit that was going on with me.
Yeah.
But up until that point, like Sim and I were in Discord every single night.
Yep.
Every night.
We used to be there every night watching movies, watching anime, working our ass off on shit.
Yeah.
I intend on being part of that.
Yeah, that would have been fucking amazing. Chuck Norris and Carl Weathers at Heroes for Hire in the 80s. Yeah, dude, that would have been fucking sick.
That would have been sick. I'm just really jealous of Michael. I just I just saw his fur buddy just like creeping up. Just,
Sim
self to him. I was
over
like,
here.
Damn it! I need the kitty.
Beacon's over here trying to get you banned on YouTube by sitting there playing with his pussy on screen.
Oh, man.
See, Brian, you're envious, but right now I have
he's
20
fingering his
claws
pussy.
I have like 20 claws an inch deep into my skin right now.
Just like,
He latches hard.
So
it must hurt so good.
we'll say,
those feline hugs.
It hurts bad.
Oh,
so
That's-
we'll
that's
say
so
this,
sweet.
everyone. Thank you, everybody, for joining us tonight. We'll be back next Saturday, and I'm probably going to be starting streaming maybe an extra day during the week or two. I'll keep you guys posted, but Doodle and Chill is back every Saturday. We're probably going to be doing some Inkslayer streams too, but for the moment, we're doing some Doodle and Chill and having some fun. So thank you, everybody, for joining in. I'm sorry I was out for a few months, but I'm back, bitches.
hell yeah! Hell yeah.
Doggy.
Oh, dude, that dog got big.
Aw. Who's your buddy? Tell us who your buddy is. Oh, he's Smoochy. Smoochy, baby.
He has a bigger head than yours.
Yeah, he does.
He's got the black spot over his eye. Oh, my God.
Oh.
I think he's going for your jugular vein or your carotid artery. Love attack. Oh my god. Oh, I'm so jelly of you.
Thank you for joining us, Silvar. He goes, thanks for the fun stream. Wish I got here sooner.
Peace out, Silver.
Hashtag blame Sim and Cool Dog. Oh yeah, dude, it's cool as dog.
So,
before we get diverted again and keep going for, we're going to have to go watch some stream, and I want to go get something to drink. So, see you all next Saturday, everyone. Oh,
Peace.
let me go get that. We used to always close with this. What the hell is it? Sorry, I'm a bit rusty. So, have a good night, everyone.
Peace.
I see that story first. I feel that story first. I know those people first. When I put them down, they've already lived. And I put them down as I'd like them to live on those pages. My stories are very sincere. My stories are people's stories. And there's elements in my stories that are very, very real. And it doesn't matter what the subject is. And I've done stories in